So therefore, it's like you sit over here and try to look for love. Oh, I can't get with I can't get with, these real females and stuff because I can't get the love from them. So I want to come over here to be with a trans woman and stuff. So no, baby, no, you cannot enter my door with that type of energy. Love from them. So I want to come over here. No, you cannot enter my door with that type of energy. You can't. And I be having to shut these niggas down to the point it's like, at the same token, I didn't transition to be, and I be having to shut these niggas down to the point it's like, at the same token, I didn't transition to be with you, babe.
At all.
I didn't transition to be with you. I didn't transition for you to validate me. That's the thing. I'm not looking for your validation to be the woman who I am for you to validate me. That's the thing. I'm not looking for your validation that I have to feel comfortable in my skin when I walk out the streets day and night, having to thinking that am I gonna bring my ass home or am I gonna come home safe for being or being that I have to feel comfortable in my skin when I walk out the streets day and I'm gonna bring my ass home or am I gonna come home safe for being or for fucking with you. And the thing is that the problem is that when it comes to, certain type of men is that the problem is, certain type of men that, the girls, chooses to be with, it's like they always choose the most dangerous dudes. They certain type of men that, the girls, choose, it's like they always choose the most dangerous dudes. They always choose the get money niggas, the niggas that always, the niggas that, that slang dope, all types of the shit. And it's like you're coddling him to feeling like, oh well, because your deal, I'm gonna protect your identity. I don't expose niggas though. I don't like, oh well, because your deal, I'm gonna protect your identity. I don't expose niggas though. I don't. No.
Exactly.
But the thing is that when you do fuck shit to the girls for them to put an alert out on you, it's not exposed. The thing is that for them to put an alert on you, it's the fact that you have that the streets gotta be careful with niggas like you because you're dangerous.
That is so crazy that you say that because, and hold on. Hey, everybody watching the live. Hey, y'all, share the live. You definitely don't have to spend any coin, but the hearts are always appreciated. Hey, everybody watching the live. Hey, y'all, you definitely don't have to spend any coin, but the hearts are always appreciated. Hey, brother, I love you down. Your birthday is coming up. I wish I was with you. But Miss Crashaw, you definitely could chime in whenever you want to, baby, too. But it's so crazy that you say that, right? Because I my whole chime in whenever you want to, baby, too, right? Because trans existence, I've always said I'm not going to expose a man. Why? Because I used to live stealth, so me exposing you exposes my hand, right? And it puts me at risk. But I've had dudes do things to me. I've had dudes steal from me, and I always like I remember one time a nigga stole my laptop, and I was in college, and it was the first time it happened to me. It devastated me, especially, and this was somebody that I went to high school with. This is what makes it even more disgusting, and it was so predatory because he took advantage of me, knowing that at the time, what makes it even more disgusting. He took advantage of me knowing that I was drunk. We were going back to my room. But also, with you taking advantage of me, it's like I'm asking around, like where he be at, who you know what I'm saying, advantage of me. It's like I'm asking around, like where he be at, trying to get the drop, trying to get the information, and whole time everybody probably wondering like, oh, like what's going on? Trying to get the drop, trying to get the information, and whole time, like, oh, like what's going on? And even then, I still never told nobody. I ain't telling like, oh yeah, he stole something from me, with the woo, because I didn't even want the questions to get like, oh, like what's going on? I never told nobody. I ain't telling like, oh yeah, he stole something from me, with the woo. Yes, but whole time, all my homegirls are saying, well, bitch, if you asking something, he must have been in proximity. But whole time, all my homegirls are saying, something, he must have been in proximity to you. He had to have been in proximity to you because clearly he stole something from you. And a lot of people was trying to summarize, they were trying to proximity to you. He had to have been in proximity. And a lot of people was trying to summarize why I might have been online asking for his information and everything. And I reached out to his sister. I reached out and I even tried to take it to his mama. Like, bitch, I need my laptop back. That was $2,500. You feel me? Like, bitch. And to this day, I still kind of never even exposed them. But I remember a lot of my homegirls was saying, like, she don't lie. She ain't got a reason to lie. So with that even being said, you done stole something from her. Clearly, you had to, like, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, you did something to this girl. And there's like it's a Chicago page that's burning the trade. There's something going on right now. My sister told me about it. She tells me that the trade think it's her. And it spooked me because I'm like, what you mean they think it's you? She like, a lot of the trade think it's me. And I'm like, well, damn, I know her not to even be like that. I know she's not like that. First of all, I don't even play with girls like that because I just don't do, I think it's all messiness. I don't like being around girls that even have that type of tea. If you out and about loud and bangy, like, I used to be bangy, but it's the difference between being bangy around niggas and being bangy around the girls in the community. If I'm with you out and about, we're not doing all that. I've never been like that. So it really, really sucks because it's like, I'm like, and she like, I'm not going to be going outside, you know what I'm saying, unless it's for business and things like that. And I'm like, I'm scared for my sister because whole time it's just that easy for them to believe a lie. Or in their heads to fantasize that it's one of the girls that they sneaking and creeping with that's doing it. I remember another time, I was in Atlanta, this a couple years ago. Dude called my phone.
You talking about the DL men? I'm trying to get clarity.
Yeah, babe.
The DL men,
Yeah.
messing with multiple. Okay.
So because you mess with multiple girls, you can't pinpoint who it is because you're sloppy. You get what I'm saying? So what you do, because you're literally in fear of the proximity that you have to all of these girls, you're trying to in your head figure out who it could be.
Right.
But how are you going to figure it out? Because you're so sloppy and you sticking that and so many of the girls. You're going to see so many of the girls. And no shade to the bricks. I'm not censoring the bricks or whatever, or decensoring them. But you know what you getting when you deal with certain tiers of girls.
Right.
How you gonna come with a cream of the crop bit and then you want to sit up there and go deal with whatever, and then you worried about how your tea got out?
Mm-hmm.
It don't make sense. But y'all be so, you move with what's in your pants.
But what's the reason of protecting their tea? Because I think that this is a lie. First of all, I think that men are on. I think sexuality is on a spectrum. I don't think that there's no real straight whatever that is. I think sexuality is on a spectrum, and if it ain't, it's because of how we are conditioned. We can't explore anything in this society. It's so rigid. But I don't think. I think the men, these DL men, are dangerous because they treat their status as being DL like it's a sexuality. DL is not a sexuality. It's a way. It's a way that they can covertly harm people and make an excuse for it publicly. So, like a DL man is looking for a woman of the trans experience, like you said. They're looking for that, and then they get to if they do get their tea out, they get to lie and say they were tricked to like cisgender women or to their homeboys or to the public. That's not what's happening. They're not getting tricked. They are going after
Period.
Trans women. So I don't think it's tea. I think that trans women don't need to be messing with DL men in the same way I don't think that cisgender women need to be messing with DL men. Like they need to fuck their homeboys like they want. Cause I think DL men actually want to be with their homeboys, a masculine man, but because of society, they will settle for a trans woman because it gives the outer appearance, but they get what they really want, which is the private.
Well, mine
Trying to be discreet. So,
Miss Crashout, is it safe to assume that you are an anatomically female at birth woman?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, QC. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Bitch, you know a lot. That's crazy that you say that, because when I was raised, getting into my transition and everything like that, I came to the understanding that trade really want their homeboys. All of their first experiences, no shade, be with their homeboys, be with their partners.
So can I say this? It's a level of like comfort, if that makes sense, versus when it's with the girls and like Vanessa, like the girls will
Slow,
sit and
slow.
sit in a
You
group.
got my government, brother. You know what's going on.
My bad, but the girls will sit in a room with a group of other girls and literally prey on this one piece of dude that was specifically for this one girl. So like my point of view is mixy because I get both sides, you get me, but it's just not the trade preying. The girls are predators too.
They really are.
No
So
shade.
we can't just put
but
it
isn't
to
it
the
because
discriminatory of a down low man because that man is gonna feel comfortable with his homies because his homies had the same thing that he had
But
from the
that's
public.
because of how society tries to categorize the quote unquote girls. Like a lot of these things are happening because of how we operate with gender and sexuality within the society. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't really, to be honest, I don't even really care because even if the girls are looking for the quote unquote trades, they not unaliving the trades unaliving them.
Period.
That's the
Okay.
problem. So we can't act like it's equivalent. I do think that transgender women do not need to be looking for that. I think that it is a dangerous game. It's a whole lot we could talk about, and it's a lot that needs to be unpacked with that. It's a whole bunch. I can go all day about it. But if we just stick into what the men are doing, who got these certain type of men who are really really playing a dirty game, I think that's the thing we should worry about first. Because if that was out the playing field, the girls wouldn't have that to be searching for or trying to find a place or whatever it is. Like I don't know.
I mean,
I just don't like
it's always going. The
danger.
girls gonna always gonna do that because it's a competition in that side of the field. You get what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, yes.
Your best friend is always gonna be in competition with you, whether you know it or not. It's always an underlying. It's something underlying that's.
But you know what
gonna
that underlying thing
make-
that you're saying, and
you
I
know
don't
what
want to
I'm
take from
saying?
you, brother. It's the pick me-ism, and that's the saddest part
Yeah,
about it.
like this girl may have this and this girl may not get this. This girl get caught this and this girl get this. So now this girl is just completely envious and she gonna throw her sister under the bus just for the fact that she ain't getting what her sister got. So now you putting your sister in a different type of ball game that she's not even expected to, she's not
That's
expecting that
because
come out.
of the roles, but that's the problem. That's because of the roles, the way women in general believe that we're supposed to act a certain type of way, and if you act this way you get these type of things. So you have cisgender women performing, you have transgender women trying to tap into something, trying to find some acceptance, and they even tap into that lane, and that's the danger. Because if we understood these niggas want each other, they want to be with
Yes.
each other. They want to
And
be
listen, I
mad
get
and
what you're saying,
mad.
but that all falls back to the specific girl at hand of what we're talking about. Because some of these girls don't even want to deal with them because they know what it comes with. A lot of these girls like these DL men because it make them feel more like a woman. So that takes it out of the man perspective, and that's something internally that they got to go through on their own. You can't just.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying as far as blaming the men, but a lot of these girls are still dudes at mine.
Oh, yes.
We're not gonna act like these girls. Some of these girls transition for wrong things. Some transition because that's what they feel at heart. It's an honest thing. Some transition just for the trade, and some do it just for the look. Some do it just for the money. So we can't just sit and blame trade because that's just like if you got a deep, deep down secret as a woman and you don't want, and you tell your closest homegirl and she betray you, you're gonna feel some type of way too.
Hell no, I'm pushing back. I'm about to push all the way.
So I'm just saying, as somebody
So I
who
do agree.
I tackle in every field. You feel
No,
me? So
so
I
I
don't feel
do.
no type
Hold
of way
on. Let
towards
me tell you what
none.
I'm pushing back on. I do agree about the male mind thing. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'm saying, even in that, it still doesn't absolve the DL or trades from anything because they understand that they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're attracting. And I'm gonna go back to it. If a trans woman transition and still got her male mind and still operating in that negative way and want to do this competition thing, which I believe, even if that's true, if she ain't unaliving motherfuckers, it don't matter. That ain't the problem. The problem always gonna be with the person who is so deep or so lost in their identity that they want to unalive someone because they like dick. That's crazy.
But it's that I get that too. But you gotta understand, a lot of these girls bring these straight niggas around. They feed them cocaine, they feed them pills and liquor, and put them in a different
Can't say
state
you
that
can't
they
say
can
certain
have.
things, brother. You
That-
can't say certain
well,
things, brother.
you get, I'm new to all this TikTok,
Say
but you know
snow.
what I'm saying? They feed them stuff that they never had before.
Say
You get what I'm
snow.
saying? So it changes their mind, the whole thought. Like, if man, it's TikTok. We need to get on Facebook.
Just say Tina. Just say Tina Snow, babe.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all bring these kids. All right, say for instance, my homegirl, one of my closest friends. Yeah, you know I'm going with this. My closest friend, working girl, pretty girl, nursing school, everything. She's sleeping with a 17-year-old little boy.
No, no.
Oh
So-
hell no.
So no, because if we gonna be fair, we gonna spit the shit. Like I said, I fuck with them all the way around because I ain't got shit to hide. You get what I'm saying? But these girls have these mind states of playing with these kids and thinking that they can mold them to become that piece of tray that they feel is fit for them. She played with this boy for so long, knew that this boy was underage, knew that this boy was homeless, had this boy living with her, and because they could not get to the high that she wanted to get to, she put him out and he shot her. But you molded this boy. You showed him roots of way. He's not there. Men mature slower than women. Trans women mature a little faster than us as stable men because they go through some of them hormones and stuff that it
And them lived
messes with their body
experiences
and
that
mind
make them
state.
have to grow up.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gets
That
them there. And they grow up
situation
faster life than us. But I'm not saying that Trey, I'll never take up for Trey. Fuck the Trey. But we're not going to sit like these girls ain't killing Trey too.
See, that I don't.
in
Crazy
different
K-
ways.
Crazy
In different
K
ways.
is in jail for
Hold
life
on.
for killing the nigga off hostage.
But hold,
These girls
what
beat
you mean in
these,
different
I mean, for
ways?
unaliving these
Unalive.
people. Yeah, these girls get into these hotel rooms. Come on, like,
But the
you
host
know
is
what we used to
saying
do
in
to these
different
niggas back in
ways.
the day.
Hold on, the host
So-
said in different ways. So what different ways?
So when
Because-
he's saying in different ways, we speaking about health wise. It'd be a lot of struggles that girls put on men by way of not having discipline and not having protected sex. And these are the walks that a lot of these men be holding and carrying. And when they get touched by them three letters or something else, it's one of them things to where they feel like they have no other way to be in turn. We know of people from the city.
Especially when the DL is coming to you with comfort. Half of these dudes go to these girls looking for comfort from their mama or their girlfriend.
Yeah.
So when they get with these girls and these girls feel a need, first of all, a lot of these girls go take them shopping, buy them this, buy them that, show them
Whoa,
stuff
whoa,
they ain't
whoa,
never
whoa,
take them out of
whoa! That's
town.
not what I heard. Whoa, this is whoa! I thought it was the other way around.
No, are you crazy? These girls paying for these boys.
No.
And then when
Yeah.
the boys get uncomfortable or they can't get it no more, that's when it becomes a problem.
That's when it becomes a problem. Yeah, I agree.
That's when it becomes a problem. A lot of these girls are showing these dudes lifestyles they never seen before, flying them to Atlanta here, Houston there, taking them to these gay clubs where they don't know anybody, so they
They don't know
don't worry
nothing
about
about exactly.
and then they hold it over their head. That's not right. That's not right. I got kids. When I came out and told my baby mama ain't said shit. She said, be a father. So a lot of these girls really prey on these dudes.
That's not
Like,
that's not the 17, the underage kid. I'm not cool. That's not okay. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
it ain't even just 17. A lot of these girls prey on the girl will be 35 and tell this nigga that's 22, she 30. Just because she got a bad body and a nice face that surge, she's gonna pass for this. And then she's gonna hold, oh, this one dude might leave and have to go see his baby mama. And he not back when she want him back. Now, oh, I got your tea. I can text your baby mama this. I can text your baby mama that. That is naughtiness. This dude is coming to you for comfort because he can't express how he feel out in public without being judged. He's looking at you as the comfort.
And you want to
And
know
you
what?
hold
Let me follow
You
behind
hold it
that.
over his head.
Let me
Not
follow
all
behind
girls.
that.
We talking about the wrong naughty girls. Because if first of all, if these trans women want to really become women, you're not seeing them all this in the club, all this and this. A lot of these trans women that are business women, y'all wouldn't even know that they trans women because they're not even gonna let you know Your closest homegirl might be a trans woman, and you might never know because she's not going to affiliate herself with none of that. When she carried that role running, she carries it with respect and dignity. We talking about trainees and drag queens, the people that just do it for the
And
look.
people that
just
fall
want
under
the
those
attention.
terms. Because there is
It's
a
a difference between a trans woman, a trainee, and a drag queen.
Yep.
And the thing is, these men don't
The
know
little
if they look at them all at once. It take one bad trans, one bad tranny, or drag queen to make it look bad for all. Just like it take that one sissona to put on a crop top, and now a nigga like me got that same look like him.
Jesus.
So if we're gonna break it down, we're gonna break it down to the level and the terms of it. It's not just these dudes, bruh. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
That's the reason why, like, I'm gonna follow behind all of that too, because, like, I know girls like that. I was born and raised in East New York and grew up in Detroit, so therefore it's like,
And you know what them New York
and I know
girls
exactly
give.
because I was a dancer back then. Like we used to dance at an underground. It was like an unknown underground where the girls
You
used
talking
to
about in New York?
So, in Detroit.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know y'all had them out there.
Dance at an underground. It was like
New York?
So, in Detroit. Like it's like an underground. It's like an underground where you don't like a person who don't know, exactly what it is though. But it's actually for the girls that they put together. Like a little like. For example, like you in a house, but it's a club in the basement. So you know exactly what it is, though. But it's actually for the girls that they put together. You in a house, but it's a club in the basement type shit.
Got you.
So it was something that we had, done a long time ago. Like, I've seen trades come down there and stuff, give girls, some smacks. I've seen trades give girls some the Tina Snow and stuff. Like, it was so much trades come down there and stuff, give girls, some smacks. I've seen trades. Like, it was so much to grasp and to gather and stuff. Especially, it can be very mind boggling too, especially in ballroom culture too. And it's like, it's a lot of, like I was on a panel last night and I sure too. And it's like, it's a lot of, like I had told a host that, that they will groom or pimp out the girls too, especially the younger girls as well.
You can say it was my panel because I'm right here.
Oh girl, that's you?
Yeah.
Whole time I didn't even know that was you. I'm so younger girls as well.
You can.
Girl, that's you?
Yeah.
Whole time I didn't even know that was you. I'm so sorry. I just want to say I apologize from last night.
Now we be crashing out because I'm a crash out too. That's why my backup page crash out. I'm not. I don't care. No.
That's why I'm trying to figure out. Like, what was Amir talking about?
Damn, I'm mad because whole time I wish I would have knew last night, but I was on some other shit last night, girl. But I would have came and sat through.
Yeah, it's
Talking about.
Damn, I'm mad because I was on some other shit last night, girl. But I would have came and sat through.
Yeah, I'm having a different conversation. Though, and it sounds like the people that I might be and I don't know, I'm learning. The people I might be talking about that could have been offensive to you, Angie, last night, could be the way he's separating. Because it sounds like he's separating. It's a separation. Like, and that's what I thought I was doing.
True.
I was trying to talk about the drag queen.
Oh,
I thought they
would
would
cut you off. Let's crash out. Squeak. Safritze say hey.
Who?
My cousin Safritze say hey.
What up, Safritze?
Yeah, I was talking about the drag queens because I felt like that was different, and it seemed like Squeaky.
Hey.
Yeah, I was talking about the drag queen, and it seemed like Squeak is saying that I'm right, but I just think that a lot of other stuff got convoluted. But you don't gotta apologize. I'd rather have tough conversations where we fight like family than us not have the conversation at all. I don't care about.
Wait, what was the conversation at hand last night?
It was what was it? I think we was talking about the drag queens and the misogyny that goes on within a community as well, and I forgot what else too.
And then
I'll be honest, they scream this community in what community?
Oh, and I forgot what else.
They scream this community in what community?
What?
What's the community?
Jesus. Well,
what's the community?
I'm gonna be honest. If I be fair, I think that the community is like all of our communities. When you're dealing with marginalized groups of people, we don't know how to fuck the act. we don't know what to do. We do
Right.
not know what to do. So it is like we don't have an identity a lot of the times. Like I talk about this all the time. Like black folk ended up literally bar for bar imitating white tea people in their culture and what respectability was because we didn't know what it would look like to be free. So I just think that that goes everywhere. But I do think we got to talk about it and like you said, you having this honest conversation. You said some stuff that you said it in a different way than I said it, and it could have been received better because you from the community. Well, you present like you from the community, even though I am too. I'm like I'm a part of the community too, but I guess the way I talk, it don't seem like it. Well, you present like I'm a part of the community too, but I guess the way I talk, it don't seem like it. But um, I don't know, cause like y'all be like y'all making fun of me. I am attracted to. I'm a pansexual, but I prefer a certain type of thing. I prefer women, but I prefer the phallus. I'm trying to be respectful. So I'm in a women, but I prefer trying to be respectful. So weird space. Like I would prefer being in a relationship with a woman because men be on that bullshit. But I also have a preference in genitalia. So I'm gonna be one of the people who have a preference in genitalia. So
I mean,
I
yeah,
want to
that's true. A lot
fetishize
of them
nobody.
do.
I don't want to fetish nobody. But I do. I'ma shut up. But
She just want to lick the she just want to lick the cooter mama. That's all. I understand because a lot and to be honest, there's a lot of people in the community that do has genital preference as well. So it's like it's pretty much normal.
yeah, I mean, I like it all though. Don't get it twisted, but I have a preference. I don't care. I different, so I'm just like shocked. So
It's the darkest part of DL culture because it's like I remember trade and like this was like I want to probably say like this was I remember and like this was like I want to probably say like this was probably like 2 years ago. Um, he got mad because I cut him off, and then he from some odd reason he seen me in public and I was with another guy though because it was like I got tired of feeling like that, you know. I don't some odd reason he seen me in public and I was like I got tired of feeling like that, you know. I don't know if what's your status with me, if I don't know if you want to be with me or not and stuff. Because it's like you want to be public with me, but then after that, it's like, when certain things come up and stuff, it's always an excuse with certain other shit though. And because you in the street 24/7 and stuff, and trust me, I'm so sorry. I have to admit, I like the street boys. I'm so sorry. I like the street boys. But the thing was is that,
You ain't gotta be sorry, girl. What flow
I
sugar
like,
will make
I
that
mean,
coochie
I
beat? You
like,
know it's
mommy,
BB.
I love him. Daddy, I love him. But no, so for some odd reason he seen me with another guy though. Like, love him. Daddy, I know. So for some odd reason he seen me with another guy though. Like, I was moving on. Like me, I'm not gonna stick around, stick my neck out for you and everything. No, I'm about to move the fuck around. So he thought I was bullshitting when I told him about to move around, he seen me around. So I told him about to move around. He seen me for some odd reason. He called my phone, but it was private though because I blocked his number. So I had an idea that it was him. So because he was with, so I had an idea that it was him. He was in other girls' faces and stuff and all that type shit and stuff too. I'm not tripping. You can be whoever the fuck face you want to be in and stuff, but you're not gonna be in close proximity of. He was in other girls' stuff too. I'm not tripping. You can be whoever the fuck face you want to be in and stuff, but you're not gonna be in close proximity of mine. The thing was is with him. He got mad. He called my phone private and everything and stuff. And then after that, he showed up to my house. When I say him, private and everything and stuff. And then after that, he showed up to my house. When I say he showed up to my house, like toting that thing on his hip, like he was trying to intimidate me and stuff. Like literally, that's in a dangerous situation. You can't sit over here and think that you can live a double life and have the best of both worlds, though. And that's what's wrong with these dudes, though. Like, they just don't be honest with themselves, but they expect a person to sit over here and open up for them, or like they expect you to open up for them. No, that's not gonna happen.
and that's the thing that I be saying, like they are not honest with themselves. That's why I say that they're a problem. Because like I get some of the complexity of it, and I get that it's a darkness that happens with some of the people within the community. I had remember last night I was saying I hadn't watched The Paris is Burning in a while, and I had watched it again.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed in there is something weird about those young boys. While I had watched it again,
Yeah.
and one thing I noticed in there is something being
Oh yeah, the 13 and the 15-year old that was
yeah
yeah.
something in the buttermilk ain't clean. So I get that there's a being
Oh yeah, the 13 and the 15-year old that was
yeah
yeah.
something in the bottom of a dark cloud that's with it. But again, the way society is, men aren't honest. A dark cloud that's with it. But again, the men aren't honest with themselves, and they are the ones who benefit the most. I mean, that's just a fact. So the burden is on them to figure out themselves and break to benefit the most. I mean, that's just a fact. So the burden figure out themselves and break the chains that is this sexuality, this rigid sexuality. They need to open up. They need to explore. They need to say, hey, ain't nothing wrong. I can still be a man even if I like other men. That doesn't challenge my manhood. The fact that I'm attracted to men. That don't challenge my manhood.
Right,
That
just
I'm
be who
attracted
you
to whatever.
are.
Challenge my manhood. The fact that I'm attracted to men. That don't challenge my manhood. Yeah. So I don't know. I just think it's a dangerous thing, and I just think that it ain't worth the women. Yeah. So I don't know. I just think it's a danger. It ain't worth the women of the trans experience, because I like the way you said it. I like that. To put themselves in I don't want to say, I think that some unpacking has to be done where you don't want to be validated by being with a straight man, because that's not the way to go. If being with a straight validated by being with a straight man, because that's not the man validates you in your womanhood, and to me it ain't worth it, because what you really doing is you're validating him, and you're giving him an out. You're making him make an excuse in himself that, oh well, I'm still kinda with a woman, and he's minimizing you, when the reality is, should nobody be dealing with the DL men, because the DL men want to deal with their homeboys or whatever. So that's just my view about it. That's
Just
just my view.
like if you really like if you really want to see exactly how he's really actually dealt, just his body language. Like oh shit. His body language, his behavior, the way he the exact way he'll behave, and especially out of a rage and anger type of and especially out of a rage and behavioral, perspective on his side, like you will see exactly what type of demons he's fighting.
You ate that.
She ate that up.
You ate that
Because
right on up, huh?
because I didn't have listen, I didn't have a pew pew out on me, pulled out on me and stuff. I even got my ass beat. So therefore, it's like, that's the reason why I tell people all the time, like, you got to be careful on who you let through the door, because you never know. You may be you may be going to sleep and waking up to your op, and a man who don't even fucking like you for real.
You know what is so crazy? So in my era of transition and everything like that, and my auntie, rest in peace, one thing she always told me.
Mention my mother.
Hold on, sister. What's your error?
Well, technically, I'm 32.
We came out
so,
before our time,
You
so
right.
that's why
So
it's
we really kind
okay?
of
So
like,
me and you is not too far apart. I'm 29. So
Okay, so
But
my era very much so like 2009, 2010. That's when I
dang,
came out and things,
yeah.
right? So like it very much so give. My auntie always said, "Baby, you got to get the trade before they get you."
Yeah,
And
get her.
and I understood what she meant at the time, but I didn't understand what she meant at the time. But as life went, trade before they get you. And
Yeah.
understood what she meant at the time, but I didn't understand what she meant at the time. But as life went on, I kind of understood. And this is kind of a fucked up understanding, but you gotta freak the trade out to have a fucked up understanding, but you gotta use something over them, right? Not to have something over them to
tarnish them.
expose, but you have to have something over them to keep them in line.
Can you give
because Trey,
details? Can you give
because Trey,
details?
what you say, babe?
Can you give details? Because I want to know. I be want to slut them niggas
Okay,
out, so
okay,
I want
okay,
to
okay, okay,
know.
okay. So you gotta have the trade. You gotta have the trade in ways that is gonna bond them to you and keep them around you. I can't really go into the specifics because
That's gonna make them know you mother.
that's gonna let you know you mother, right? But and you're supposed to do that because ultimately, let's be clear, right?
Bitch mama.
When niggas, when you don't put a nigga in his place, it gives him the right to try you sometimes
That's right.
because of the
Exactly.
But
way.
can I
Listen.
trigger off what you
You know
said,
what?
sis?
Hold
Here,
on, y'all. Hold on. Let me land this plane. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
listen. All right, go ahead.
And so when she told me that, and I understood where it came from, and this is where I think a lot of the girls don't understand, right? The new girls, you have to protect you, and you got to protect your home at all times because majority of the
You
time, a
do.
femme queen, a trans woman is gonna always have her own shit, right? I don't care if she's in a hotel room or if she's in her own house, she's gonna have something, right? And so with that even being said, you gotta always be able to one up them. Now, when I say one up them, and when you can do that, you kind of concede that less things will happen to you. And it might sound weird, but then it's all a fear tactic and it sucks. But technically, when you're dealing with a nigga that's driven by fear, you gotta always protect yourself,
You
right?
gotta protect yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
At
And
all
that falls
all
back
times.
to the generation of girls. I get time change, but everything don't have to change. Look, my mama was 50, married with a man with kids, and them kids was with her. Those people, those older girls don't care to have people in their business, in their bed, in their household. Versus the newer generations of girls, everything is a show front. These older girls that was growing up in the 80s and 90s, they wasn't dying from trade left and right like today's generation. They was dying from bad seal and bad fucking moans. Now you look at it, this new generation of girls, we're gonna say 35 and younger, because the girls that's 35 and older that's been there, done that, they're not dying. They're
That's the
not
real.
having
That's
no
the
young
they're
younger.
not
stupid
they're
niggas
not
run
really
in
so
their
much more so
house.
dying from the trade. They die from their own personal struggle.
Personal issues, they're
They are
just
personal
there.
issues.
They're not
Exactly.
dying by the hands of a man compared to the younger generation. I love the older girls. I love the older girls because they don't play that. Like my mother would say, you got to get them before they get me.
Thank
Like,
you.
and you have to live by that. But the thing is, when the younger generation hear that, it goes through one ear and it goes in their mind and it translates to something else that only an older girl can really understand. Just like Yada
Exactly.
just said, it took her a long time to realize that. But look at these older girls. I don't even want to put their name on here, but look at these older Chicago girls. Miss Balenciaga is corporate America making
Sure is.
$250,000 a year.
Sure is.
What struggles has she had? None, because why? She's not putting y'all in her business. She don't care to be around that shit, and she keeps to herself. Her man is her man. She don't need to go out there to see what's out there or show him out.
Yeah.
He met
You
mama
know,
already.
but
She
see,
good. Mama don't even know her tea. She's okay with that. But the younger girl gonna pull up, booty shorts out, tuck and mother, like, no, it's a difference. Everything changes, but not everything is meant to change. My older girls get it. Older
So
girls, I can't
but you
stand to
know
be around a
what?
younger
Monica,
girl.
and I definitely
The
want you to
TS, they
speak.
so
I
loud,
want to follow up with
obnoxious,
that real
and
quick before I let Monica speak, right? My biggest fear, and it's not really a fear because I walk with God, right? But the
Yeah.
thing that I want all the girls to listen to and pay attention to is now our struggle is to find genuinity if you're looking for a partner, but also to find if you can trust this man with your life, because a lot of these girls are being with these men that are unaliving them, and they've been with these men for years, and they did not vet his
years.
mentality.
Like
I'm
y'all don't
telling you.
remember, like y'all don't remember that cis woman who went out on a date with this guy and had no idea. Like he was super nice, bought her dinner, all types of other shit, and he brought her, wait, I think she brought him back to her crib. And she fell asleep and had her door locked and stuff, and didn't even know that he had all some shit laid out to foreshadow her unaliving. The thing is that You don't know exactly who you bring into who you bring into your door.
Yeah.
You have to be careful on who you bring let inside your home because my
Oh
grandmother
yeah, my
always used
baby.
to
You
tell
sure
me
can.
the my grandmother always used to tell me letting people inside your home is letting spirits in your home.
Uh-huh.
You cannot sleep at night because those spirits is lingering around. So
Okay.
therefore, it's like when you let men into those
Give me a
type of
plus
men
sign.
inside your home, it's going to cause you. It's going to cause a lot of destruction and a lot to be destroyed. So, including your life. So the thing is that like that's the reason why I don't tell men to come to my house. I didn't have my own place since I was 18. So therefore I still had structures to tell nope, you can't come like oh can I come over to you? Nope, you can't come over to my house. If you can't take me out in public and stuff, I don't want to go nowhere. Period.
No shade.
If we can't
Monica,
go
what you
sit
was gonna say,
out
my
and
baby, once she finished?
like if we can't sit out and go places or sit at a park, sit in the car, talk, whatever, chit chat, do what we got to do and stuff and all of that. I don't give a fuck. We have to walk on the top of the mountains or the top of the fucking earth. I don't care. I'm not letting you in my house because I don't know you like that.
What you want to say, Monica?
Just like the other day, Trey tried to ask me if I can come spend the night with you, come and spend the night with him. I'm not coming to spend a night with you with a nigga who I don't even know, a whole stranger.
But every girl ain't gonna think like that.
Like, is you crazy, sir?
What you was gonna say, Monica, baby?
So what I wanted to say was I watched your panel, your live the other day, and I actually
Hmm.
liked it because nobody is telling the trans girls to be more um masculine or anything like that or very bossy or whatever. But you have to know what you're getting yourself into when you're dealing with trade boys because sometimes when they see your weakness, they're gonna
Yes.
try you. And I know I had that happen to me when I first moved to Atlanta. I literally moved to Atlanta during COVID. And I went out there and I just wanted to test the water out because I never been to Atlanta. Well, I've been there, but I never just sightseeing, everything like that. So I was doing everything in Atlanta. But I had a guy to try me in Atlanta, and he tried to unalive me during COVID. And like I say, it's a serious situation when people, if you're not paying attention, because they would tell you that, they like trans women and different things like that. They tell you something that you want to hear. But
Yes.
some of these young girls out here, these young trans girls, you can't tell these girls anything. They think they know everything. They
No
know
shit.
more than you. And at the end of the day, that's why these young trans girls are being unalive because they putting themselves in situations. So they think that they can go around exposing these straight men. You cannot do that. If a
No, you
man
cannot
tell
do
you
that.
that,
Exactly.
if he tell you that he messed around on the low, then you have to respect that. So, and some men, they feel certain type of way because some of the trade dudes that I deal with will tell you that I don't want my business out there. My business is my business. But at the end of the day, some trans girls do fuck it up for for everybody else, and that's one of the biggest things that I dislike because I think some of the trans girls are transitioning for the wrong reason.
It only
And,
takes
and,
one.
and you only do if you're doing it for a man, then you're not gonna be happy.
And that's exactly what I
You're
said.
not gonna be
Boom.
happy because you have to want to do this for yourself. I see
You
so
do.
many trans girls that's becoming trans women just to say that they trans women. But it's not a walk in the park and it's not no being a woman is very expensive. So you have to know what you're getting yourself into when you step in those shoes. So you can't have do it when you step in that life. So, you know, like I say, some of these young girls think it's playtime. And it's not playtime because right now, especially right now with everything going on in the world today with the Trump administration, it's not playtime. And a lot of these men are going around saying they like trans women and they screwing these trans women online on Jack
Protect
and
the
Grinder.
dogs. Protect the
You have
dogs.
to have to understand that they linking up with you, and if you don't get them no money, when they ask you to get them some money, then that's your ass. So that's why I say some of y'all girls don't know what these dudes be having in their mindset before, because it sounds good. They'll meet up with you, but before you, when he do what he do, and you don't come off no money when he tell you to, you're gonna be unalive.
Yeah,
And it's not funny. It's sad because some of these guys will set you up for failure.
they would.
They will.
And real quick before I let Sonny talk, like, the thing is that because I live in Detroit, it's like predominantly these dudes out here are like they like I don't want to say trans attracted, but they do live for the girls though.
Everybody
But they
going
don't live for the girls. But some of them, I want to say a small
everybody going for the
percentage
talk.
live for them, live for the girls for the right reasons, and a whole pie on the left, on the right, do not at all. Like majority of the girls that live out here or are still living in hotels. Majority of the girls out here still strung out. Majority of the girls out here, these letting these niggas pimp them out. So it's like, as many times as I've seen so many of my sisters, like, and I'm connected with Chicago girls too. So I'm connected with the girls in New York too. And it's like, I just love the different, the different sceneries from both from like all three areas, because at the end of the day, it's like, we all, understand each other. We all speak the same lingo, right? So it's like, from that standpoint, it's like, they let, and especially the younger girls will sit over here and let these dudes do what they want to do to them.
Exactly.
They would rather for them, oh, like, you looking for a daddy, that's what you looking for. You looking for another father figure, that's what you're looking for. But you're not going to find it in no man, though, because the only thing he's going to do is keep manipulating you. And the more that he keeps manipulating you and got you by the string, you're gonna continue to keep doing what he say.
And don't let them have no good butt. It's a wrap.
Okay.
Did you say good bud?
Did you just
You say good bud?
say?
You say good fucking
Why
bud?
you waking up like that?
Cause shit
But
written
that's true
facts.
though.
These
But
girls,
that's
once these girls get some of that trade, boom, boom, and
Is
it's
he
so
good at
good,
training? Is
they
he
go
good at
crazy. They go crazy.
but you know
I
what?
fuck with
I
him.
mean,
Hold
to
on, I
me
gotta follow
personally,
him because of that. That's
me personally, like
he is
I don't,
stupid. How
you
did
know,
I see that coming?
I don't knock
He said
nobody.
that, he said they
I
better
don't
have some
knock
good
no other trans
pussy.
girls that do that. But me personally, I just feel like you gonna be a woman. You don't supposed to release your private areas no more. That's just me personally.
That's another
But
subject of the subject.
I am scared.
Wait, cause she said, and wait, cause he said don't let them have good pussy. Now, come on, like,
No,
there's
no
no
cap,
shame. The
no
girls
cap.
always used to say that Trey be having a
Back in
good.
2012, 2013, when we used to go to them balls, and it used to remember Trey used to ram the fish out in the room. No, it used to be the girls all ramming one piece of tray to the floor,
Wait,
Yeah.
to the
a
floor,
train
Oh
on the
yeah.
train
passing the
instead
plate around,
Oh yes.
passing the plate around,
Oh
and
of
yes.
it's six girls ramming tray
Whammy.
galore. Boots.
Whammy.
the train is
Boots.
diabolical.
They are
I'm talking
diabolical
about wearing
T.
tray galore. Tracy that talking
I
about,
would like
is
to
this supposed
Lord.
to
I
burn?
love it. I love it. I would have loved to see. I
Like,
ain't gonna
come
lie, I would have
on.
liked to
Like,
see.
Not galore.
It goes there. It's no
it
shade. And so it's
goes
funny because
down.
when back
Okay.
then that way he was just talking about, I was just like you, Monica. I very much so like, bitch, I'm not gonna do none of that. First of all, and
Okay.
if
I
it
used to,
gave anything extracurricular, I was not around anybody else because baby, I gotta protect my womanhood. You get what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
I
ain't
want to
lying. I used to
control
be like,
my
Vanessa, go
narrative.
get him for us, bitch. Go get him.
So I just wanted to come on from like a younger girl's experience. I wanted to chime in on
Yes,
two things.
please.
So,
We need that.
okay, so I'm 19. I'm gonna be 20 literally Monday, but I've been transitioning.
Happy early
Happy
birthday.
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 I've been transitioning ever since I was 15. So, not to be conceited, but my mama, she wasn't
Yes.
very supportive in the beginning, but I was able to start Moans at the legal age of 16 where I live. So, I was, turning it faster than the other girls. And ever since I was 16, no shade, I carried that thing on me, like, like protection, an extra thing of protection. But I think sometimes with the younger girls, the problem is I think they get so mixed up in finally being able to be seen as a girl for the first time. They oversee
Mm-hmm.
trade. Like they love the whole trade experience. They love to get the boys' attention. And I think that
Mhm.
comes from not having self love within themselves. So I think it's a
Hello.
dangerous game you play whenever, like whenever you're just, I feel like whenever you just now starting to turn it, whenever you're just now starting to be able to dress and wear hair whenever you want to, like no restrictions. I feel like you're very, very boy excited in the beginning because I'm coming from experience that I used to like boys, but now I'm with a partner that is a biological female. So I think my experience is different than others, but I've dabbled in
So
Ooh.
both.
how is that? How is that you a trans woman and dating a cis woman?
Okay, so
Shit, I did it. Wait, hold on before you answer that. Are you done landing your plane? Because I don't want to get you off the thought.
oh no, I wanted to chime in on the second thing. The
Okay,
second,
go ahead. I
okay,
wanted you to finish the first. If you first,
I,
yeah, go ahead.
what was the oh dang, I forgot. The second thing was something that Monica talked about. Dang it.
You talking about
Okay,
what she just was saying, or
yeah,
before?
before the whole like T girls top in, it was way before that. Oh, okay, yeah, with too many trends. Okay, my thing is before the whole like T girls top in, it was way before that with too many trends. Okay, my thing is I think sometimes gay boys don't know that. I mean, the reason why we're seeing so many trans women is because I feel like sometimes gay boys don't know they could be soft and feminine and not have to transition. Everybody is not meant to be a woman, and like it
Mhm.
sounds like whenever an older trans girl, somebody that's been living this experience for a long time, it seems like we're trying to dictate or trying to be the trans police. But you really know which girls are meant to be girls, and it's not to be any like any less tearing all the girls down. But it's just like sometimes I think we have to have that balance. I think sometimes gay men get too into the
I
hair that they're
don't.
like, okay, now I need a transition. No, you
Okay,
don't, baby.
you
You
Yeah.
can
should
wear
just ate
hair.
that up
So
because a
yeah,
lot
you
of the time
did.
the
You
butch queens
definitely
be the
did.
reason the
You
girls get into the
Yes.
shit. The
Yes.
butch
Just like
exactly,
queen
Kaya
hate
said,
the
even though I don't
girls.
like
Where?
her, if
The
everybody
butch
gonna be
queen hate
girls,
the
who gonna be
girls.
the boys?
Who's
That's
gonna
Yes,
be
what
the
the
she
butch
was
exactly,
queens
boys?
saying.
hate the
Where
girls
is
because
my
they want to be
king?
the girl. They want to
Who?
be the
Where
girl
is my
deep
king?
down.
Who's gonna be my king? Who's
now
gonna
that's
be
Okay.
why
my
I'm
my
saying
knight in shining
The
armor? Who's
boys, the
gonna
gay
step?
boys be wanting to be the girls. So they throw their girls under the bus.
exactly,
I done
exactly.
seen gay boys
That's
go
what I'm
up to a
saying.
piece of trade and be like, that's a whole man.
Yep, they love that. They eat off of
But
that.
you
They
know,
love
but
that. That's their favorite thing.
you know what? Also, too, everybody, like you said, everybody's not designed to be a woman. I knew ever since. I mean, I knew I was born a boy, but at the end of the day, I knew I was supposed to be a girl my whole entire life. So it's like when it's like when you look at life, it's like some people is designed to be a woman, some people are not designed to be a woman because it's like you show that you still a boy. Some of those girls still act like boys.
Some of
And
the girls
it's
millier than the
no
butch queens.
it's no shade towards those girls, but my thing is too though. Sometimes you can just some of them go too far with it though,
Yeah, Monica, not to interrupt
because
you, but I think whenever you see, I'm not to be rude, I'm not trying to use any slurs, but a cross dresser, and then they're like, I think the number one red flag is if you ask me as a transgender woman, you think I should transition? If that's ever a question that you think that you have to ask somebody else for validation for,
mhm,
maybe it's not for you. And I tell that to all the
exactly.
gay boys that ask me, I think I'd look good as a trans woman. I think I should no, baby. If you have to think about it or add on and get validation from another trans woman, it's not for you, my love. Just be feminine and be a gay boy.
I'm telling you, and a lot of girls do need validation. And it's like, unfortunately, that some of them feel like since I have a boyfriend or whatever the case might be, and he loves me and he accepts me,
Hmm.
then me personally, it's like I wouldn't be on TikTok, keeping up drama and mess. And I don't know if y'all noticing, but you do have a lot of young trans girls on these panels. They don't like me because I tell it like how it is. I don't cut no corners. So my biggest thing is something with some of these girls out here. They live for drama and mess. It's a time for it's a time for it. It's a time
Hmm.
to cut it off. But when you live for trans mess every single day, and that's what your life is about, it's just if this new trans woman come on your life, you trying to be salty and you're gonna say she's bricky and she this, she that. But that's
That's
the
why
thing
I
though.
had ended that
That's
little
why it's
situation, Monica, the
called.
other night because I didn't like how Miss Thing had came in there and it pissed me off. That's
That's
why I
why
handled it.
that's why it's called transitioning. You don't transition overnight. And sometimes that's why I said a lot of these girls think that you transition overnight.
Mm.
And unfortunately that don't work like that. And when you rush your transition, that's when you fuck up too. Because you didn't do it for yourself, you did it for a man. And you did it for people, you did it for other girls because you seen another girl look like this and you want to look like her. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta be yourself.
And you're not lying. It's a specific group in Chicago. T, you know who I'm talking about. It was like one of them transitioned. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of microwave trannies 30 days later, and they
Don't
still
like
out
it.
here
Mm.
body
Hated it.
slamming people, still body slamming people. And then it's like now the
No,
younger girls.
I
I ain't gonna lie,
understand.
the younger girls is coming up looking so good because their transition is so young. But
Mm-hmm.
them be the ones that like like this falls back to what you were saying a couple days ago, T, when you said like the girls ain't even trying to change their voice no more.
The free
They-
shit. Why y'all
like
don't want to do the
yeah,
free
like
shit?
why y'all standing up in the bathroom at the gay club? I don't care if
Oh
it's a gay.
no.
Why are you in a men's bathroom at this urinal
Oh
with
no.
with
Late.
40 DDs?
And let me tell you
Mm-mm.
something to even piggyback from that. I just was at Pride in Minnesota, and the boys had went to the bathroom. I said, "Oh, baby, I'll see y'all when y'all come up out of there because there's no reason. It's not even about the okay, maybe the bathroom is closest, or maybe you just need to go, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going in there at all because, bitch, it don't move me. You get what I'm saying?
I want to add
And a lot of
on.
these girls play games.
I want to add on to that. I think the problem with that is this is where the white people come and play. The white girls are
Oh
telling the girls
God.
that no shade. The white girls are telling that you could be you could have a full grown beard and still be a no
Thank
baby.
you.
Cut it
Thank
out.
you.
Cut it out.
Oh
Oh my
yeah,
Girl,
oh
God,
yeah,
I'm
I
so
was
definitely.
tired of them.
wait,
Very
hold
much in
on,
close
I was talking about
proximity.
that. Listen, I
Very
was
much
talking
in close
about that.
proximity. That's exactly what has been
Let
indoctrinated
me tell
too.
you something. Let me tell you something, because I had went off on that girl earlier today, and a lot of these white girls, a lot of cis women are giving these people membership passes saying it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to have a mustache and a beard.
Not cute.
And that's not okay. I made a life like that.
But you know why they do that
Uh,
though, Monica? Our experience and
Girl,
our
it's
struggles and what
crazy.
keeps us safe is different from what keeps the white T girls safe. And I always say
Mm-hmm.
that. And when they have the conversations
Mm,
about wanting to remove the T from the LGB and all of that stuff, what I say is stop sitting here making a political issue with the black and the brown girls. We don't
Exactly.
go through
exactly.
that. Ain't no
Exactly.
way on this earth that we are allowing ourselves to be
Like keep that shit over there.
keep that over
No
there
say.
because our safety mechanism does not involve that. We have a different set of rules
You're
that they
right.
can go
Mhm.
by. And that's why I feel like this non-binary set came out and is being pushed like that. And don't get me wrong, I understand non-binaries, but non-binary is just androgynous. Remember when the
Yes.
girls was just androgynous, you just was soft up, but you didn't want to do too much, but you could understand what it gave. It's like everybody wanted to be roped under the same umbrella. No, baby, we still need tears. I'm going to forever believe that. You
And
don't get a chance to sit on my tear just because you popped them on. I'm sorry,
But
baby.
The thing is,
but
the
you know
thing
what
is,
too
so
though,
sister.
girl?
Oh, I'm sorry, Monica. Did you want to speak, sis?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't know if y'all be on these lives though, but you got a lot of black trans girls be trying to be salty with these white girls and these Hispanic girls. Be on their panel throwing shade at a black trans woman. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of these girls do not like me because it's jealousy. And that's why I tell people all the time, I can never be jealous of a cis woman and I'm not jealous of a trans woman because everybody's totally different.
It's
So
about self.
it's not a woman that's not a trans woman that is a threat to me.
yeah,
Because
more
I
time.
can
Yes.
stand and I can do
Right.
any
Can I
wrong
can
for
I can I
anybody.
can
You
I
know what
trigger
I'm
off
saying?
of that? Like just because y'all are trans sisters don't separate the fact that you are black and they are white. It's always
Mm.
going to be a discriminatory point, no
But
matter if you are
but
trans sisters
listen,
or not.
but do you know how white women did black women in the slavery days?
Of course.
So you have to look at the fact that when I first, just a couple months ago, you had white trans women, old trans women that was sitting up there calling black trans women the N word. That was sitting up there saying racist things towards black trans women. And people were still kissing up behind these particular people. I don't
And
kiss
it's a
up
fool
behind
because
people. Like
I
I
never
don't.
seen I never seen the white tranny before TikTok. Maybe one or two in
And
Chicago here and there.
Oh, well, you
and
don't
see, the
Let's
want.
just
problem
be
with that
honest.
is
Social
too.
media pushed the
Because they
white
never
trannies
kicked it with
forward.
us. They
The
never
social
kicked it
media
with
pushed the
us. You
white
could never
transfer
find
Well,
forward.
them.
no shade, no
I
shade.
wasn't
What
really
I
seeing
it's
the
one
white
thing
trans
they look
like
like
that.
Santa Claus. That's
But it
what I'm
also
saying.
goes back to background. The black T girls, we walking in the projects. We don't have that luxury to walk in
Yep.
upper echelon places all the time.
Correct.
The
Mm-hmm.
white girls got
Mm-hmm.
that privilege. We don't have that. We walking around the real niggas. If we want to be serious, it's either you passing or you not. Are they gonna clock you? And
Exactly.
who knows what's gonna be up from there? But with the white girls, they have that they have that luxury of being safe and always being safe.
And the
And
thing
you're not
is
lying
too,
because a piece of trade will beat the shit out of a white tranny,
You
but a
ain't
short
never
one.
lying. Nah, thank you.
I disagree with that the trade will beat up a white trainee before because I do feel like most men typically have hesitance when it comes to a white person popping off, but opposed to when it's a black person, it's like oh yeah, that's what's up, let's do that. But when it
Mhm.
comes to a white T person, it's always a nowadays. Oh, let me pull out my camera. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
what?
it's a little grace. It's more
Yeah.
grace.
it's
Hella
more grace,
grace.
exactly. And the thing is that like I've always spoken out about this. So it's like nowadays the black community are starting to, give passes and give free passes and free invitations to barbecues and motherfucking,
Man,
proximities to other supremacies and stuff now. But when it comes to each other, it's like we hold a level of aggression and
thank you.
rage towards each other to the point it's like, okay, I can do this, but when this a certain amount of person outside of being black can do it, it's never a problem. But it's like when I do it, it's an issue.
It's
The
an
thing
issue.
is that people choose out of proximity to thinking that whatever is good for them is will always be good in the public eye. And the thing is that within the trans community, especially with the white tea girls, they will sit over here and try to act like they're the face of the community. Oh, it's okay to sit over here and walk into the bathrooms if you want to and stuff too. Rather if you have a beer mustache and nails that
Exactly.
hands big as
Angie, I want to
Godzilla and stuff,
piggyback.
and you can do
Girl,
what you
I'm
want to do.
telling
I want to
you.
But when it
piggyback
comes
because
to the
also I feel
girls who
like
are, very
black people
when it comes
we
to the
have some
black
work to do
girls,
within our community,
exactly. When it
and
comes to the black girls who are
yeah,
very
we
soft and
definitely got some work
dainty,
to do because
exactly. And it's
I
like when
feel
it comes
like
to
as
the
black
girls
people,
who are very soft and dainty, especially the black girls, it's always the issue. It's always the misogyny or the misogynoir when it comes to black trans women or,
Mm-hmm.
black and brown trans women, to the point that it sits where in the patriarchal society or the patriarchal
can I tell you what
performity,
that is?
to the point, what is it, sister?
I feel like as black people, and this goes back to our black community as a minority, I feel like whenever you're black, they deem masculinity as a horrible thing. Anything that's deemed as masculine, and it goes back to our cisgender women. If a cisgender woman is any way of masculine or what they deem as masculine, they tarnish them. They say you're too manly, they're too masculine. So
Aggressive.
those,
You're too
yes.
Aggressive.
aggressive,
So whenever you start
exactly.
being
Less
feminine as
desirable.
a black person, it's a problem. It's one of the biggest hate crimes you could do. But in white communities, white people don't care if their son is feminine. Oh, you still a boy. They still date women. You can literally go out to this day and see a feminine man and be with a woman. You're like, damn, sis, I would have thought he was gay. But black people as a whole, soon as we see an ounce of femininity in anybody, it's like it's a crime. It's
It's a
like you just kill
crime.
somebody.
It
Thank you.
is.
Thank
Black
you.
folks are
Toxic
their own
masculinity is
biggest
is
judges.
definitely
We
less
judge each
visible
other
in.
more than anybody else. And until we can fix that, and
We can't fix
it's
nothing
not gonna
else.
start with the trans community, the gay straight. It has to start with the black community as a whole. We are our biggest critics.
It is
We
starting
do
Exactly.
to.
not
Exactly.
support.
But you know
We do not
what?
support.
It
It's
is
one
starting to
thing,
change, though. Oh,
but you
sorry.
have to understand that it's just built in some girls. Some girls are just naturally jealous,
You can go
and
next, Gracious.
they cannot they can't help it. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, that's just like with a trade. They be trying to act like if you have a trade boy on here and you have other trans women on here. If a trans if this man sees them attractive, these other girls gonna feel a certain type of way because he's talking to me. But
Mm-hmm.
you should never feel offended because every man is not gonna like every trans woman. So just because you're a trans woman, why would I get mad if he want to talk to Angie, or if that's
Right.
if he want to talk to Angie, why would I get mad? I don't like. I'm not no jealous. I'm not jealous.
Because they because vices is because they always deem it as competition. They always be thinking, oh, who's gonna get the who's gonna get the girls? Like who gonna get the better looking girl and stuff. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I spoke out about this before about chasers. The thing is that they gonna say, like, bitch, check their followers, check their
Mm-hmm.
following list, and you're gonna get your answer. You're gonna know that you're not the walking prize, you're not the
No
walking
shade, a pro
trophy,
chaser. They
because
smart.
at
They
the
know
end of
not
the
to
day, they
follow.
like to play both sides. So, and the thing
Exactly.
is they like to, want you to pin the girls against each other. Because I remember, my good sister, she's from Chicago too, and we still close to, after 14 years because we transitioned together. The thing is that, like, when it was a piece of trade though, because we both very attractive. She's light skinned, I'm brown, and it's like, they don't like that. They don't like when they see good black girls stick together and have a sisterhood, to the point that it's like, oh well, shit, let me fuck this up though, because I want to talk to her, and I'm gonna talk to her while I talk to her. And so when they find out that they're talking to the same niggas, because I know how Chicago niggas be, because they for everybody. So the thing
Girl,
is,
they
is
And
that,
they
chase
play
like,
the girls
niggas.
together on
oh
purpose.
yes, they
Exactly.
do
That's
it
what
on
I'm
purpose,
saying.
babe.
They
And the thing
chasing.
is that, like, I remember, like, me and her had a group chat. She had put me in a group chat with me, her, and the dude. And he sat over here and was like, "Hey, Angie, I'm sorry, but I like her more than I like you, because she's this and she's that though."
And he
And
would have
that
got
kind of
popped.
made me feel some type of way, because you had my hopes up. You had me feeling like we was gonna have a future, but then after that, I was
Mhm.
like, you know what? I'm not going to even trip, because at the end of the day, it's going to be plenty other men that was going to love me for me at the same time, though, at the same token. So I was like, sis, at the same time, I'm not mad at you. Don't ever think that I'm mad at you, because it's never going to be over no nigga. Trust me. But when I say Karma was eating his ass, when I say Karma was eating his ass up because she was sitting over here throwing ass on another nigga and stuff too, and he was having her and he was having his ass, she was having his ass stressing. That was just the end all be all, and he thought he was gonna crawl back to me and stuff too.
Negative. Not
That's
gonna
and that's
happen.
it, baby.
But
Hold on one
you
second though, y'all, because Miss Crash
okay.
Out been waiting patiently. Go ahead, my baby.
I am. I'm just soaking it in, but I was I was gonna say, when it comes to the black community, I do think that there's a shift, like with my generation. I think there's a shift happening. I think that we're starting to realize that you can't, like, who gonna love our babies if we not loving them?
Mm.
No shade.
So I think we're coming to that place. And again, when I reference the Paris is burning, and I think about, like, the danger to that place. And again, when I reference the Paris is burning, and I think about that these young, because y'all made a point. I'm sorry for jumping, but it was so much. I'm like really soaking in. So when y'all made a point earlier about there are some girls who transition because they thought it was the thing to do, instead of transitioning based on whatever. I don't know what it feel like for you. So I'm thinking about the Paris is burning, and these children who are being outcasted because they're feminine or because they're different, and
Mm-hmm.
they're coming into a space where they are just picking up on something that might not even have been their experience if they could have just been loved through who they were. So, like, I'm thinking, for me, my child, like, I'll end all you bitches over mine. I don't give a fuck what they do. For
Mm.
one, for two, and I'm gonna support mine. I don't care. You want to
That's
dance?
kind.
You want pom poms? You want what you want to do, baby? Cause
Mm-hmm.
I cut my mama off for mine, and any
Uh,
bitch that don't support
And
mine
sometimes you
can't
got to
fuck
do
with
that.
them. So I don't know what it looked like
That's a strong
to
black woman right there.
allow your child to be out in the world and risk your child being great to harm,
Exactly.
or injected with. I think Angie, you was telling me last night, like silicone, and I'm just
mm-hmm.
like, all this. You're
Oh yeah, when the
subjecting
girls
your
get pumped with silicone and baby oil,
yeah,
yes.
like, you're subjecting your baby to an experience that they might not even have. So my point is, yes, I do think that we're getting better, but I just think that I don't know. It's a lot. We got a lot of problems. It's a lot going on. We got to work through. It's a
One
lot.
statement I always say to like black mothers, because this is where I see the problem at a lot. Like I said, I've been transitioning ever since I was 15. So I was one of the girls that got a little grace. My thing is, how can you turn your baby away if you already know the world is going to beat them up? And we always talk about our homes being our safe place. If you already know whenever you toss them out to the world, they finna get the worst end of the stick, already being two minorities, not only black, but trans, gay, or black. You get what I'm saying? How can you do that to them? And you already know the world is finna badger them and beat them up already. How can you
And
not
not
make
only
their own
that,
home their safe place?
It's
It's
really
sad.
because some parents have like conditional love and like a specific lane for their child to grow up in or be in, and when their child does not,
Align with that.
yes, it's pretty much okay. I don't like that. And for most parents in the Black community, you can be anything between a schmedophile. I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
how I'm supposed to say that to
You did
um
it. Yeah, we get it.
to an unaliver,
Mm-hmm.
and all of
And
those
you
things are
still get
okay.
supported. Still
And
got
all
Yep.
love from the people.
and all of those things are okay. You could come back home, you could come to the family gatherings, but once you are LGBTQ or just something that they don't align with, typically it's LGBTQ,
oh,
it's just like, yeah, you can't do that here. And it'd be
Yeah.
like, but wait, what about my brother? He just came home from doing a bit. Like,
And I talk about that all the time too.
okay.
How we like when did we become a group of people that glorify and excuse criminality, but you tell me a child can't, because the thing that's crazy about us supporting the like you said, your brother come home from a bid, he a
Yes.
punk though. He
Right.
got fucked. Like my girl said, he got a train wreck. He got a train ran on him up in that thing. Like, are we
In the
missing it?
showers.
Like a lot of times, no, no, no.
Damn,
I'm like
Nancy.
being serious. A lot of times, the masculine, these men who like really huff and puff and boom, 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 the most quote unquote masculine, be the
Oh, yeah, because
bottom.
we know.
They
Yeah,
be
we
the
know.
hmm
bottom.
Girl,
oh,
and
I
you heard
can't
what I
stand
and you
that.
Eat
heard
that up.
and you
Oh,
heard
I
what
can't
I
I had a
said
stand
when
it.
I
question
said you
He
though.
gotta
cooking with
Hold
check
on,
hot
let
they
me get
you
grease.
have to
topic.
check their mannerism, you have to check their behavior, whether if it's rage or anger, you will know exactly where it's all come or where it's all
We
stemming down
appreciate you,
from.
Monica. You
I
showing
want to
boo boo
know
love to
how
the
the girls
girls. We
feel
love
about,
it.
okay, y'all, what's the Kardashians' dad who transitioned? What's her name?
Um,
We don't even
Okay,
speak her
Caitlyn.
name.
we don't
We
even
How do
won't
speak
even
y'all
speak that
feel?
brick name. No.
the
Okay,
devil
okay,
is a
well, I'ma
We won't
just,
liar.
speak that brick
Are
name.
they still stuck on that
I
in that
don't know who else
country?
I can use, but people of that experience, that transition at 50 and go to the government and speak on trans terms. Like, I feel like if you have not been living your life long enough or living this lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, whatever way you want to manipulate it, I don't feel like you should be able to speak out about trans topics. I feel like it's very dangerous to do.
It is.
And
It
her,
is, but
girl,
socially they have that power and privilege to do so because they have the money,
and it's sickening.
the
They
race,
they
and
misinform, mislead, and I feel like only the black girls get the backlash for it. We
We
talk about black
do.
Exactly.
girls
That's what
all
I'm
the time,
saying. We
but the
We,
black
do.
girls, we're the
we
only
yep.
ones who
do.
get the backlash for it.
And the
We
thing
definitely
is the
do.
oh go ahead, sister.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, but the thing is that like I said, I'm from New York, so therefore it's like I knew older girls who transitioned later on
Hmm.
because they couldn't afford to get the hormones or get the surgeries back in those times and stuff. And back in those times, it was really hard to pass and it was
Right.
horrific. So it was like I respect them more because they was always.
That's a
They
different
know they
story.
know the
Yeah.
code they know the code switch and stuff, especially when it comes to the girls though. But people like that person we're not gonna speak on, who lived their whole life as a man and just out of nowhere just transition just to become a quote unquote lesbian or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't
The
respect
It's
that shit.
sad.
terror.
It's
I
sad.
don't
Wait,
I
no
heard
respect
shade, because I'm
that.
still dating a woman. Wait, don't wait.
I heard
Getting
somebody
my
say that
experience is
earlier
different.
today.
But
And
you
the
know
one
what
thing they
though?
want to say,
It's
Crazy.
that's gonna always be
disingenuous though,
your
and I get where
sister.
Angie coming from because it's disingenuous for you to have lived your lived life for 50
Hmm.
plus years to try to down the girls and vote against the girls. That's why I don't
Hmm.
want to speak on her because you would have lived your life as a cisgender white T man. Then you want to up and jump the gun and come to the girls' lane because you bored. But you speaking down on the
And
girls
then
and you
get
voting against the
woman
girls
of
and
the
what the girls
year.
really need. And then you got the nerve to sit there and still want to be with a woman. You're not even real. Do you even really love her?
Well,
Right. And then
that's
on
I
top of
feel
that, you
off
get
of
an
that
award
because
for
okay.
I
woman
do
of the
feel like
year.
after so long, I feel like when they anything over like 40 and you transition, I feel like you're playing. Like
Okay.
you knew 50, you
Oh
knew,
my
And
God.
then they get the
you
nerve to get mad
knew.
at me to say,
But
"Oh,
wait,
that's your sister. You gotta realize
She ain't
that's
my
your
sister, girl. Don't
that's
you
Then
your
start
like,
sister.
and
calling
then
You
me
they
have to
already
sister.
be,
respect
and then
her."
it be the
I
white ones
don't gotta
doing that,
respect
and then the white ones
nothing.
be bodybuilders and
but hold on,
shit
I
and
got a
go throw on the wig
question. Cause
at
y'all keep
52.
That be my problem.
y'all
That
keep running.
specifically
Hold on,
be
I
my
got a
problem.
question. Cause y'all keep running past something. It's it's offensive. Y'all keep acting shocked about the girls transitioning and liking the girls. Why the
No,
niggas
we
want to
not
gatekeep the
shocked.
girls? Why the
Not
niggas want
No,
not
to
what?
gatekeep
shocked.
the
Oh
Because
girls?
no,
I
no.
live for it. What I'm starting to see, because I have a sister that loves women. And I used to troll her like, girl, you know DYKESB. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you play too much, girl. Like, I know you ain't just do all that to do all that, but I had to unlearn that. And it wasn't fair to her. And I fully support
Or
because
me?
I have a thing.
I want to add
I have a
on
thing.
afterwards.
I have a thing for trans men. I love
Me too,
trans
baby.
I
men. And
love
it's
me
not
some trans
even
men.
Me
and it's
too.
not even a thing of I want to fetishize them or anything, baby. I believe that
Mm-mm.
trans people should be with trans people because we understand each other. But it gets to be a really slippery slope when I feel like the girls are trolling for attention. Not all
Yep.
the
Yeah,
girls be really attracted. They be bored.
they be
Mm-hmm.
bored.
They need a new
Mother Flu,
experience.
I have a question for you.
I'm right here, my baby. What's going on?
Okay, so have you always been into trans men, or was it just like something that just like an experience you had, and then like
Very
it just like
new.
okay,
Very new.
so
Oh no,
I'm
I love me
trans,
some trans women.
obviously.
I love me some trans
You
men.
said what, baby?
I
I
love.
done probably dated like probably like three so far.
So
No, I did.
I'm
I
trans,
dated two.
obviously, and like I'm. hmm, I'm not gonna say I'm against dating trans men. There have just been a trans man that I've been interested in, right? Now,
Yes, sir. They be angry.
Hey,
they
Gabriella,
they
my
they
baby.
do, they
They
That's the
do.
do.
tea. That's the
Oh,
testosterone.
baby. When I say the aggression level
The
is way
That
testosterone.
high
is, and
I
tempo.
why
don't
is
mind the
that?
aggression
It's the
level. It's
I
when the
don't
testosterone.
like how they
aggression
play with the
level.
girls and they make the girls feel less
Me
than
either.
and out of their
Mm-hmm.
womanhood when they're not trying to do the specific work to understand where the girls reside. And it's not fair. You don't get a chance to make me feel where I transitioned from because I might execute or have an attitude or display something that you deem manly or whatever. That's not right for you to do.
Yep.
I feel like it's a lot of internalized transphobia that the trans men push on us, and it
Mm-hmm.
don't
Hmm.
be fair. It's not right, nor is
But
it fair.
you know what I
That's what
noticed
I.
with the trans men the other day, and I noticed some trans men are not real trans men because a trans man gonna tell a trans woman you can't have children. You're not a woman. You can't have children. That bothers me.
Thank you for the
Like that
gifts.
do
We love
something
you.
to
We
me
love
because
everybody that loves the girls. And Miss Gabriella, baby, you are
it's like
sweet.
my thing is
That's my good sister.
I
who
like
are
her.
you to sit up there and tell a trans woman that she can't have children? Like I don't know. I don't know. Certain stuff like that bothers me with the trans men
Wait, you say
because
the
some
trans
trans men
men? Wait, you say the trans men? Well, whoa. You say the trans men
More,
the
girl.
say that to the trans women that they can't have children?
A lot of
Mhm.
them are very toxic. A lot of
They
them really
are. They're
do
very
troll
toxic.
us in the baddest ways.
I'm
Okay, so
telling
like
you.
this. I've seen a lot of trans men because I'm from Twitter. I made money on Twitter for the last 6, 7 years, okay? And I've seen a lot of trans men will give up that woo 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 to a
Thank
butch
you.
queen without a
Thank you.
They
second
just like the
thought.
trade gets mudded,
So
just like the
fast.
Get
trade gets
smutted,
mudded.
right? But if the girls
I'm
approach
telling
them,
you.
y'all trans women just be too aggressive. Y'all trans
Yeah.
women just don't know when to chill. Y'all trans women be really coming at us like niggas and this and that. But that's not okay because why did you end up switching gears?
That's what I'm saying. Like I thought you want to be a man. You want to be a man, so you have to do what it takes to be a man. Like, come on, like I don't know if it's
But
just
they
me
have
or
the
what, but you have to be a man. So when I look at a trans man, I expect you to be a very masculine man, right? I don't your feminine ways. You should have no feminine ways at all,
I
because
disagree.
at that point,
Not
you
all the
know,
time. I agree to a certain point because
Yeah, I agree
as
to
much as
disagree.
we are in the lane that we are, I say this: there are certain things about our personalities that we can't change, right? And there are certain aspects of how we engage with each other or others that, I believe that we are owed a little grace in the fluidity area. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because
Give you
ultimately,
that.
let's be clear, like when you're having intercourse, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think that there should be any judgment surrounding that. If you're a trans woman and a trans man, there should be nothing that you're taking from that intercourse with each other that you should be throwing back out. Because first and foremost, baby, we getting it in how we live. You get what I'm saying? You
Right.
Thank you.
shouldn't be judging me. I shouldn't have to
And why I
be,
shouldn't be getting judged why I should be able to be myself or you
Also,
break the comfortability of it. Like,
or you shouldn't be
but I
with
also
me.
think that's
yeah.
dangerous too, like with the whole hypermasculinity thing. The
Yeah,
hypermasculinity thing is toxic in itself. Like
it's very
you
toxic.
being over hyper masculine, even with cisgender men, gay men too, because some baby, they be giving it up too. So I just feel like hypermasculinity as a whole, as itself, is toxic. I feel like we all have this equal balance where we have a little bit of masculine energy and a little bit of feminine energy, or one
Hmm.
overtakes the other. And it's proven in science because we all have two hormones, estrogen and testosterone. Us as trans women, we're trying to suppress our testosterone, but you cannot go to fully zero. That's unhealthy. It's unsafe. We all carry both. So I feel like whenever we get that balance of you see a trans man being a little bit of feminine, that's where that comes from. Whenever we get that balance of you see a feminine, that's where that comes from. Also, it goes back, like I said, to science. If if you do your research, estrogen is known to make the girls look at cisgender women in an attractive way. Same with testosterone. Testosterone is known, and it's a scientific proven fact. You can look it up. It causes attraction towards male. Not everybody has the same experience. Everybody is different. We all have different anatomies, but generally the same. So I feel like sometimes it be a scientific thing more than it is just a lifestyle thing, if that makes sense.
Do you ate that? And I really, really, for somebody to be so young, I, I pray for your future to stay exactly the way that you
Oh
are
yes.
because there are a lot of young girls that are scrutinized. Let me say it like this, baby. When I was 14, I was a touch me not.
Hmm.
I was a touch me not. Don't play with that thought process. I'm not talking about it. I used to run away. I lived stealth. I never told nobody I was trans
Hmm.
from high school into college just because, like, baby, if you ain't go to my school, bitch, then you don't need to know. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And then plus, I ain't gonna lie, I fed into the delusion, no shade, and I lived the delusion, bitch, and I was proud of it. But it give back then there
No
was no
shade. She used to be
visibility.
crying.
It wasn't no visibility for the girls, and I'm being for real. There was no T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison was doing her own shit, making her
Yes.
millions. There was no Laverne Cox. Now, granted, I do remember Laverne
None,
coming
not
on TV,
whatsoever.
but we
None.
used to key on her. Laverne was a key before she was who
I
she
want
was
wait. I
now.
want to add. I want to add on. Like you said, there was none of that. Me transitioning. I lived in a black and Mexican household, baby. There was none of that on the TV. We couldn't watch that, so I didn't see that visibility either. That's how I know this whole trans thing was me. It was no. Oh, I watched this. I grew up with this. I didn't have any. Not to say it's a bad thing. I didn't have anybody to look up to. I live in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. If you and I live in a
Ooh.
city. I live in Oklahoma City. Our population is one of the biggest compared to Tulsa. That's one of the next biggest cities. If you go out on a day to day, you're not going to see an average trans woman. I'm not saying they don't live
You're
amongst us,
not.
but
Don't
somewhere
go
like
me up,
Atlanta, you can see them everywhere,
Ah,
baby. I went through my
you look
transition
up.
alone without gay boys, no shade. The gay boys hated me, and that was because I was privileged to start transitioning at 16. Even though my family was
not
still not
clapping
on
you up
board,
like that. Get
they
off the
still signed off for
GoFundMe.
me to get on hormones. But like, I feel like I don't know. Back to that conversation with the whole trans women like a women, my experience was a little different. I think where we come from, where we don't understand why trans women are dating women, is because, yeah, we have to think about it. Being transgender is not a sexuality. So I think when people think when they mean transition, that is a sexuality. Being transgender is not a sexuality. That is a gender identification. That's how I identify within my gender. So whenever I myself, I proclaim myself to be pansexual if I had to choose. I don't really believe in sexuality. I feel like
Think of it.
love is
You gotta get
love.
this in the
And on a
Bible.
deeper level, I feel like if you really get to know somebody, there's always that chance that you can fall in love with them. That don't mean
Can I ask
that
you a
I'm just
question?
saying you're gonna always come in contact with that person. You said you had a question.
Yes. So, what do a woman do to you as a trans
For
woman?
me, I like masculinity, so I only like studs or
Ooh, you ate
very,
that.
very, very
Oh,
Studs make
dominant.
my Uchi
Yeah,
go, ooh,
No,
ooh,
feeding
I
person
Oh,
is a
definitely
I
don't.
stud.
thought you.
okay.
Okay,
But for me,
I thought you were talking about feminine women. You
okay.
didn't say a
I kind of
stud.
thought that
So
too.
I
Listen,
can
could
I make
date
a
a
comment on
feminine
I'm
that?
woman. I
a,
could, but she has to be very dominant. I need somebody, since
I'm
I
a,
already go
Cause
through
I
so
love
much gender
studs.
dysphoria, I need
I
you to
love.
suppress whatever I feel like is masculinity with your over masculine, if that
I'm
makes
a,
sense.
I'm gonna follow
Can I
behind
respond to
sis.
Monica about
Well,
like feminine women? Because like, say example with me, I identify as
Go after Desi Angie.
okay.
I identify as a heterosexual transgender woman, right? So I'm a transgender woman
Yes! Me
that likes
too!
men, right? Like
Mhm.
and I don't exclude men from that. I like men, period.
Hmm.
So now I don't identify as bisexual or liking women. However, there are women who I see that do things for me sometimes, specifically when I'm drunk or sober. Now, when I'm sober, it's like if there's a masculine stud that looks really good that I almost mistake for a man. It's like, oh, bitch, I think I want that.
Hmm.
I think I
Why
may
do
need
y'all
that
say? Why do y'all say a woman? She not.
Because
because the stud
my
is a woman.
right, they identify as a woman still. I think with the
However,
older
for me, on the
girls,
other side of the spectrum, when I'm drunk, if there's a like hyper feminine woman and she's flirting with me, I'm attracted to that. I don't actively like say example, when I sober up, I won't reach back out to that. But what I'm saying is like, that excites me, but that's not something I'm generally attract or is my first attraction, I should say that.
hmm, okay.
So like, yeah, gender identity and sexuality is two different things. And I low-key don't think, I also agree with with I think it's Fanny or Sani.
Sunny, yeah, Sunny.
Sani, I don't really believe in sexuality because I feel like honestly, like if a person meets somebody and they're everything what they want
Yep.
mentally, physically, and then it gets down to genitalia, or it's not, or it's something's a little
Yes.
different, or even the, or
Sometimes
even
we have to leave that out the equation.
or
Intimacy,
right,
sometimes we have to leave that out the equation.
or
When a
right,
person
or
is
even
meeting
if the
your needs
genitalia is right,
mentally,
but everything else is a little different, but that person is still like the person that they wanted.
mm-hmm.
I feel like people still will go for that, even if it's like not what they typically want, or if it's like different. It's just like people still will go for that, even if it's like not what they typically want, or if it's typically socially, people care about how they're looked at.
Yep.
Oh, that's true.
I ricochet off of that because that falls back to like what y'all was saying earlier. Like,
Hold on one
and that's
second,
how
brother.
it start
Hold
with
on one
most.
second, brother. Angie, did you get a chance to respond? Because I know you wanted
Girl,
to
cause
speak.
I was finna, yeah, cause I was so finna. No shade squeaky. But yeah, I have to follow behind Sonny because I'm bisexual myself though. Like, I'm attracted to feminine and masculine and stuff too. I had I had a couple studs of five, before and stuff, and it was just a fun experience though. The thing is that like, when when feminine attracts feminine or a feminine attracts masculine, it's just like another type of high. But the
Yep.
thing is that the type of masculine women who that I've ever dealt with and stuff, I've always felt protected. I've always felt safe around
Mm-hmm.
as well as other feminine women too. Like even some of my cisgender women friends, like we got drunk as hell and stuff too, and she popped my titty out and stuff, and she started stuck on my titty and stuff. Like that's the type of shit that I feel comfortable of doing because the thing is that I don't see nothing nothing from each other side and stuff, because at the end of the day, it's like the type of feminine, like the type of, people who I've attracted or who is attracted to me. It's like I don't feel no way. Like, for example, like I can be attracted to Crash Out and stuff too. And she a Crash Out, I'm a Crash Out. That shit's sexy. So therefore, it's like, it's just the fact, like, you just have to, like, people have to understand, like, it is a such thing as
Sister want to get put through the headboard. You gotta
like,
clock
okay.
it.
Because if we have to listen, because if we
Oh
gotta,
my god.
if we have to squabble down by bumping purses and stuff too, just for us to see who's gonna win the battle and stuff too. I mean, shit, that's what's gonna be. I'm just playing, but you get what I'm
But you
saying.
know what?
Hold
You
on,
know what
Monica.
I'm.
Hold on. Let my brother respond real quick. Go ahead, brother.
No, she said what I was gonna say.
Oh,
The
okay,
feminine
okay.
type feminine.
After
Okay.
Monica, I have a question from Miss Crash Out.
Miss Crash
You
Out,
got
you still
what?
there with us, baby?
Oh,
Oh, she must be asleep.
No, I'm not asleep.
Oh, girl.
And I see I had stepped away from my phone. Now I remember. No, yeah, I just think like I said earlier, I'm paying sexual. So I just think that sexuality is on a spectrum, and I think that I mean I can understand a person being into what they into.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to. Oh, I don't want to fetishize though. So I
She's
want
Right.
to care person being into what they into.
yeah.
I mean, I'm attracted to fetishize though. So I
She's
want
Right.
to care
I
person.
like.
Yeah, but I don't have like a mine's is not said. I have a preference.
Like.
Yeah, but mine's is not said. I have a preference, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not an absolute. So I'm open to dating anybody that's gonna be monogamous. But that's my condition. Are you gonna be able to be monogamous and faithful? Into dating anybody that's gonna be are you gonna be able to be monogamous and faithful? That's the condition. And treat me how I want to be treated. But I understand it could be confusing because I a lot of people struggle, especially in with the way we're socialized, to how we think about gender roles and what sexuality is supposed to look like. In a cis heteronormative world, I can see it could be
It's
kind of
okay,
like
baby
what the
girl.
fuck. But I said people need to be open, like explore something.
Miss Crash Out, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Now before I ask my question, I'm gonna say I'm not being shady, but I do want to clock something. Okay.
Yeah, no, we already talked about it because I did a live yesterday.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
I don't feel no bad. I don't feel no way about it.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not being shady, but I am gonna clock something. But I do want to ask the question. That's not. I just want
Mhm.
to say that so like we don't get off to like off-putting start.
No,
Um,
I don't mind.
Okay, so being that there was a live yesterday that I was in that I left, not that you was attacking me because you wasn't, it was everybody else that was attacking me. But you, um, we were having a conversation yesterday, and you basically was saying that you think like LGBTQ people are misogynist, and I was trying to like explain to you that like like people could be misogynist. That's not necessarily exclusive to LGBTQ, obviously, but like there are some people who are misogynist because like they're young and reckless or whatever, and then
Mhm.
there's a lot of people that are not misogynist. 'Cause I was trying to explain to you like my perception, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, okay.
so so being on a panel like with trans women and um
Mhm.
a guy, I'm not sure if he's LGBTQ or not. Do you still think that?
Oh, my what I thought was confirmed here. But I think that the way you're taking me calling it out is like that it means like that it absolves me of my misogyny or me of my transphobia or
No,
my
no, no, no.
homophobia. No. I'm answering it like very direct.
Okay.
To this conversation confirm what I've been thinking this whole time and people been gaslighting me about it. This has been the most honest conversation. That's why I feel okay here. Nobody's
Mm.
gaslighting me, nobody's lying. They're having a candid conversation, and I haven't interjected to try to like clock anything because we're up here having just a candid conversation amongst black queer folk.
Mm.
Oh, this has been an honest conversation. And not Squeak ain't gaslight. Squeak spoke. I mean, he couldn't have been no more fucking clear if you pay him to be. The host
Okay.
been honest, Angie been honest, Monica been honest, even Sonny, she young, excuse me, sorry for that. She's young and she's been honest. And I think that the way you had the conversation yesterday, I do think that you were coming from a good place, but you were under attack. And I get it. That's what those spaces do. But the GAY community is it got some issues. Like I'm not the GAY. The
Trust
whole
me.
entire community got some issues. Yeah.
So now, and then let me be
Exactly.
clear to even piggyback off of that, because let's be clear, spaces. I don't go into spaces with the G4Y men. So when I understand you, they do a lot of things that shade AFAB women, and when I say AFAB, I said it earlier,
Mhm.
anatomically
Mm-hmm.
female at birth, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of things to shade y'all, and they do a lot of things to shade us too.
That's
So
true.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
being from somebody that beat me, knowing it, because I done had to wrestle with them niggas. I'm telling you, I don't play that shit with their ass because they're very disrespectful. Because the thing about it is they don't give us grace. They don't give women grace.
No,
Anything
no.
that comes out of the binary for women, they shade us for. Do you get what I'm saying? And from what I'm taking, was somebody disrespecting you? Because I was they steady calling you like fish or something? Like was you being disrespected yesterday
No,
or
no, no,
something?
no. So I wanted to call out that the term fish started in a negative way and it was co-opted by the community and changed into something. So like this how I view fish. If somebody say, "Oh, you serving fish," they saying that you giving like real woman. That's what
Yeah,
I get out of
yeah,
it.
Right.
yeah.
So I'm saying that to give this host, this beautiful woman, a compliment and to refer to a woman's genital to as if to say, "Oh, if you're really giving real woman, it's because you're giving the vagina." Is minimizing womanhood to that. Even it's to me, it's not really a compliment. But I understand that the term has been switched and that people when they use it, they do not intend on it to be negative. So me seeming like an outsider because I'm assumed to be a straight woman,
Come on.
it can seem like I am trying to police the community from the outside. So I get the pushback, but y'all validated my point because Squeak said earlier, he said he was like, I'm not talking about the fish. Like it was just like he wasn't trying to be offensive or nothing. He was just saying something because he was referring to something earlier. He
And
used
you
the
know what's
word
so crazy to even
it
piggyback
just
off what you're saying,
flowed.
my baby? So just like when Sonny said the T is the identity. When we say fish, it's the identity, not as a negative connotation. And granted, if you pay attention,
That's what I was trying to explain
the girls
yesterday.
have switched it. We really don't say fish no more. We say cunt.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But
So
but I feel like that's something that should stay within our community. To
yes,
say
So
I
that's
think to
also what I
say
was saying
that
yesterday
to
too.
say that to a biological woman
it's
is disrespectful.
disrespectful
It's
because
And
you know
disrespectful as fuck.
So
because
You're
you
not
know that
gonna
the
yesterday,
walk
girls are
up
gonna
to
feel
me
some
and
type of way
say
because you know what
if
fish
somebody
give.
yes, like that's
Right.
disrespectful. If a grown person, man, woman, whoever walk up to you and say, "Oh, you look sickening, T," you gonna
yeah.
be bitch who you? I mean, bitch who
Yeah,
you
but
talking
that's
to?
more so
Like
to
that's
say because
disrespectful.
it's
So
you
yesterday, that's what
wouldn't
I
sit
was
up
trying
there,
to explain because
Monica or Desi
context
shouldn't sit up
matters.
there and say tranny to me, right?
right.
Because that's derogatory. Why would you sit up there and use something that we use just to categorize? Why would you say that to somebody in the category? It makes no sense. It's very rude. And if you keep repeating it after somebody has said, like, hey,
It makes me
I'm a little
uncomfortable.
taken aback from it, now you're trolling.
Well,
Now you're
another
being
Can I
trans
add
rude.
woman.
something real
Oh no.
quick, Miss Crash Out?
Okay,
I
go
love
ahead.
how one, you were very stern with what you said. You validated your points. I feel like as having a healthy conversation, debate, whatever it is, I love that you stood on and you said that you did not like it. Us as trans women, as gay people, all of that, we always say the things that we don't like and the things that we don't want people doing to us. And I feel like it's important to know what we don't want to do to others. You get what I'm saying? So we
No
can
shade.
keep a healthy space. And how you were very direct with what you said. You didn't say anything rude. You didn't have a weird tone. You just clarified and specified the meaning of how you felt. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's hard to find in cisgendered women. It does
And the
not
fact that you
exist.
can sit in a
I want to make a
panel
comment
full
too.
of the queer folk and hold your own, and because I'm a big energy person, there's no shade. I kick anybody out that comes and creates dissension. I don't do dissension. Safe spaces is what I want anybody to know, from me as a panelist, as a host, you're gonna always be safe and good. So I live for that, because nobody should ever make you feel othered. Because we know how the fuck that feels. So why the fuck would you other somebody? That shit's not cute. Go ahead, Desi. I didn't mean to take from you, baby.
Oh, and I was gonna say real quick before you go there. So yeah, and I think that like I just think it's important that especially women, when you talk about trans women and cis women, to have the conversation and come to the table. I think it's important for us to talk about it, even if we do not, even if we agree to disagree, and then one day, boom, we might agree to agree. So I'm like, I just want to have the conversation, but I am this type of person. Like, if you disrespect me, I am gonna disrespect you bad. Like I am. But and Angie, me and Angie got into it yesterday. But I don't hold grudges. Like I am. But and Angie, me don't hold grudges. Like I feel like we could argue. That's why I told Angie earlier. We could argue like family, and we can come back together because I'm always open. I be upset about some of the things. I feel like we could argue. That's you like family, and we can come back together because I'm always open. I'm some of these conversations, but I I want us to be better. So I'm always open to learning, but I'm always open to some of these conversations, but I be better. So I'm always open to learning, but I'm always open to standing on business about me. And I'm just wanted to be very clear though. I sling mud back. I ain't one of them bitches. And I'm just wanted to be very clear though. I match. I could be like, oh my god, no, you could be mean to me, and I want to be mean back.
But Miss
You pull my
Crarshaw,
hair, I
It's
want
you
to
not,
pull
gotta
bitch. We
yours.
was sitting over here throwing.
To be like, oh my god, no, you could be mean to me, I
It's
want
you
to pull
not,
gotta
bitch. We
yours.
was sitting over here throwing
but
pots and pans at each other.
We'll do it.
no but no, on a serious note,
But I love my sister, so
But
we
I love you
good.
too. I love you
We
too.
good though.
on a serious note, it takes uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable topics and conversations to become healthy. This is the only way we're going to be able to pair and come together as a community, as one. You
Right,
get what I'm
right.
saying? Sometimes everything is
That's what
not
I've been
comfortable, and
saying.
that's okay.
That's
You're
all I've
going to get
been
a little
saying.
agitated, but as
And
long
I
as you're
find it
not
it's okay.
ignorant
Oh, go ahead,
and you're
I'm
not
sorry.
trying to be closed-minded, I can have any conversation with anybody, even if you don't even agree with my womanhood, baby. I don't give a damn. That does not change what I am, who I am as a person on my day-to-day life.
Hmm.
You don't have to validate me as a person, boo. We could just coexist and not
That's
speak.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. And the thing is that like, sometimes when, we have conversations and stuff like this too, it don't never it don't it seems healthy in the beginning, but then at the end it always seems like it wants to clash though. Like because it's always gonna be like that one person that likes to fuck up the vibe for everything and stuff to the point it's like, yeah, bitch, and after that it's always code switching all the time. And that's the reason why, like, I'm so destined to have healthy conversations like this, because at the same time it's okay to, and even for me it's okay to educate me, and other girls or other people on things that we probably didn't know about and stuff, or we probably didn't have no idea or no clue of and stuff, to the point it's like, it will be more so healthy. But if it's to the point where, you are not, you trying to make it where it's going to be in an unhealthy, environment and stuff, because you choosing to be, offended or defensive, or, choosing to be ignorant and stuff, then yeah, it's gonna be very unhealthy though. But the thing is that like it has to be where a middle ground has to be set, or a boundary have to be set as well, because it's about a person's comfortability and uncomfortability as well, and people have to respect that too, because at the
Hmm.
same time the next person may not understand though, and people have to respect that too, because at the
Hmm.
same time they may versus how we understand. But it's okay for them to jot down and write down and be like, oh yeah, okay, well yeah, well now I'm starting to understand. Yeah, y'all understand now. Yep. Okay, let me process this just a little bit more, and just let me fill in on this a little bit more. Then after that, maybe I will have a mindset that changed and stuff, and that's okay.
Yep.
And that's okay.
Yeah, it is. Desi, I thought you had something to say. I'm sorry, Desi.
Oh no, I just want to say that with Crash out, I basically that's all I was trying to say yesterday. That like not everyone is like that. Like some people are like that because they're young and reckless, and in LGBTQ exclusive spaces, like that's okay because like no, that's the lingo. But like outside of that, I think she had right to be offended because that's how she feels.
Exactly. And that's where I go back to saying, like, sometimes a person, has to process to really understand. And that's why I had told some of the girls, like, we have to be very strategic and very, censor of what we say. Because sometimes, like, a person can be very appeased by it, or else they don't be. And the thing is that, like, there are some women who lives for the community and stuff, but don't understand the code switch and don't understand the code lingo as well. And that's the reason why some of us, sis, you probably even know yourself too, because we old school. We tell sis, you probably even know yourself too, because we old. Some of the girls don't say the code. Don't tell the code. Like, you can't
Don't give
tell
the
the code.
secrets. Don't give the code.
Yeah, don't give the code out.
But you know what though? What sucks about it? I'm gonna be real quick. I've been saying that since I was 14. The lingo should have never got out
It
because
shouldn't
when a
have.
lingo gets out, people are able to misuse it, misrepresent it, and the terms change and the understandings get misinterpreted, and that's it.
Okay, see
Yeah,
that
because when ballroom like went from underground to being like I guess like everywhere, that was my issue because I just knew things were going to be taken from it. It was going to like everywhere. That was my issue because I just knew it be like commercialized. It wasn't gonna be like basically for us anymore. It's gonna be like for everybody. It's
Mhm.
it was just yeah.
See, Angie, and that goes back to what you were saying as like keep it closed in. I think sometimes too, this is kind of a switching topics, but like I said, I've been transitioning since I was young. So my friends, I've been friends with. I don't add any new friends because I don't like to teach people how to treat me. I don't like to inform people how I want to be treated. That's just a personal preference. I'm not saying you can't have genuine friendships and teach a person, but if I got to teach you how to respect me on a day to day, boo, we just don't need to coexist with each other, and that's my personal opinion. But aside from that, I think one thing that we have to teach cisgender women too, as trans women, is we don't have the same privileges as you. I had to tell my best friend of 14 years, baby, we could walk in the same party, we could both shoot like girls, but we don't have the same privilege. You can go twerk on trade all day long. Soon as I do that, and then they clock my tea, a little bit onto my tea, baby, there's repercussions. If I fight a cisgender woman, yes, I will. I only put my hands on people who put their hands on me, boo. But that's a different topic. Right? We can get onto that next. But for me, I'm gonna have different repercussions than than a regular cisgender fighting another cisgender woman would. I think it's all about, I think everybody needs to have that open mindset. We don't have that same privilege, although we can coexist in the same room and pass. But baby, once they clock us, it's repercussions.
It's
That's just
repercussions,
yeah.
exactly.
But you know
Right.
what I noticed though, because I get picked on a lot when I go into these straight panels, but I know how to handle myself. And when they know that you can be weak,
Mm-hmm.
then they try you, especially cis women. Me personally, I don't like women. I'm just being honest. Um, well, I say some women. Some women I can do good with, some women I cannot. It's just and it's been like this before I medically transitioned. But I just feel like certain
Do you,
things
do
that
you say that because of like
women
the
do.
way they socially typically interact with you, or like how they like interact with you?
No, it goes back to like I started to say before I medically transitioned. I had problems with women my whole entire life. It was a lot of jealousy going on. It was a lot of hate going on. But my thing is, I never had hate or jealousy towards a woman because she didn't have nothing that I wanted. But some of them do feel like you want what they got, and I don't. I
You're
really
taken
don't.
away from their womanhood. A lot of them feel like that.
But I can't take nothing away from you because if like I said, a lot of people, if you're the real deal, you shouldn't be bothered by what I say. You shouldn't be
Exactly.
bothered by the things that I do because if you still claiming that you're the real deal, then you need to act like you the real deal. You shouldn't be focusing on me and what
I
I was
I want
doing
to
at.
piggyback off that because I want to say that I don't like women. I just typically don't befriend or would be around women, and my reason for
Mm-hmm.
that is being in because I'm going to speak of the last 4 or 5 years of me being, I guess, somewhat passable or socially accepted amongst like the general crowd of people. Because that's when I started to like I guess look a certain way in my transition. Um, what I've noticed is that like when men are okay with a trans person, when I say okay, meaning like okay to have a conversation, speak to, or just be polite, or even date. When they see
They can't
that,
be fooling around.
it's 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 like they immediately want to like start trying to like rage bait them, like, oh, do you know that's you know that's a man, you know that's a tranny,
Exactly.
or
Thank you.
Hmm.
do you know it's these things, and
Yeah.
to get the man to respond or pull back, right? And then when the man doesn't, they want to start like spreading rumors or like start
Spread
telling
rumors
everybody, and
like they
and
messing around.
so I want to say that like I could totally see why you feel that way, but no buts. Me personally, I'm not gonna say I don't like them. I just don't befriend or I just
But you,
play my cards as they supposed to when I'm around them because there's no need for you to be in my face when I already know you don't even see me as a woman. And so as a man comes around, it's gonna be some kind of issue, whether that man's your brother,
but
cousin, a man you like, or something.
I feel the same way, but with
but
men, especially black men, no matter if they're gay or not. I'm sorry, I'ma just be
There
honest.
you go.
I feel unsafe and around
That's
a
my
lot of
plan. That's
a
my
lot of gay
20.
men
well, that's the thing,
or
because
black
like I
men in
say,
general.
I'm always on these panels. Now, most of the time, when most straight guys like these little youngsters don't have a problem with trans women, you know, I go on the live and stuff like that. But it's always these young girls that be trying to. That's not a woman. You'll never be a woman. You're
Hmm.
a man and you're born a man and this and the third. But my thing is, like I tell people all the time, people keep making excuses for women, and that needs to stop. Because at the end of the day, people don't make excuses for transgender women.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, when I say make excuses for women, people are giving women an okay to sit up there and bash and talk about a trans woman and sit up there and have a trans woman, set up in situations where she don't even know what she's getting herself into, but she's this trans woman thinking that this is her friend. But there's plenty of cases where trans women feel like they can trust this girl, and this girl set that girl up for failure,
Yeah.
and this boy just end up doing harm to her because she felt like she can trust her friend.
Right.
I wouldn't tell no trans woman to literally, you know, be friends with a woman that close, like touchy type, during these times right now,
Any
because
Hmm.
it's
woman
a
that's
scary
centered
moment.
win, period.
It's a scary moment right now, especially during this election time. I wouldn't really just get too close up to a woman, because a woman, you got to realize she's gonna change at some point. She might agree with you on certain things, but you have to realize she's still a woman, and she's gonna actually change on you at some point. So it doesn't matter if she was your best friend, or just a person that you met
Can
that
I
you
can I
thought you could
piggyback off of you,
trust.
Monica, when you say that?
Because
Uh
people are
huh.
inherently transphobic.
Mark, can I
So
go after you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
I'm
So
gonna go after Shantae.
Hey,
okay,
so
go ahead,
sister.
go.
Hey,
I
sister.
I totally understand, like, because I used to have that mindset, and I actually just told my daughter today, I'm like, gee, I don't want to be friends with no more women. Because when you try to give grace
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know
Thank
who
you.
you're dealing with, it can
Thank
fuck
you.
you up mentally. I was kicking it with one girl.
Exactly.
Peep game. This is a funny story. I was kicking it with one girl, and I'm down here in New Orleans. So basically, I'm kicking it with her. We going out. I'm talking about, and we done been different places and things. And I'm thinking this hoe got my back. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we traveling, well, not traveling, but like we going out to bars and shit like that. It took one night for a nigga to give me life. Now, granted, she didn't show what it gave that night. It came months later. So she texted me months later telling me, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
remember that dude that we ran into that night when we went to the bar? I'm like, yeah, what about it? She's talking about, girl, why I just freaked him. Mind you,
Mm-mm.
she done made comments while we was friends months prior, like, oh girl, I don't really do bisexual men. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, no disrespect to the girls, but like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't say nothing because we just having casual conversation, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because what you believe is what you believe. I'm not overly sensitive to make it a whole debate, right? So, but I did mentally note it. So come to find out, you saying that you had sex with him, but the whole time the night that we met him, I'm talking about I ate that up. I'm talking about ate it up. You knew that,
Okay.
girl, because like
Okay.
I was in the back of the car. You was across the street. I told you, you already knew this. So coming back to it, how? And I asked her, I said, well, how you end up having sex with him? And you know that I ended up putting my mouth on him. Make it make sense. You say you don't fuck with bisexual dudes, but then you turned around and you fucked with him. So then she's
Mhm.
explaining to me, well, I didn't know that it was him when, you know what I'm saying, woo woo
Wow.
woo. And I'm thinking to myself, well, it just don't make no sense. How you didn't know it was him, right? Because like we met him at a bar. So I had to really think about it. Cause you know, hoes be on apps and shit, just like the girls do. And you was probably lonely. You wanted this nigga to come up over there. But see, what I'm trying to understand is if you knew who he was before you fucked him, or how fast after you fucked him did you realize it was him? And then why the fuck would you come and tell me? Why would you tell me? That's something that you should have took to your grave because you've already superseded the friendship. I could have asked off because first of all, you talk a big game, but you still do whole shit. It's bigger than just me being one of the girls and you saying you don't fuck around with bisexual dudes. You got to be careful at hoes that want to other you, but be pick me's when the niggas
Okay.
won't
Okay.
choose
I'm
them
telling you. I'm telling you.
because they will
I'm
do that
telling
shit.
you. Oh, you gotta tell me. I know.
And it's ugly because it's like, hey, Thunder Baby, it's ugly because when you really break it all down, it's like, and I say this now, if I'm around a cisgender woman and you other any part of the queer community, you are not my friend. I will not be your friend because you're gonna do it to me too.
Hmm.
I have a question, and this ties to the prompt. I was in a live earlier, and it was basically saying that the
Hey,
black man
JB.
is transgender woman's biggest predator. But I wanted to give another layer to it and add to it, which was I think that not transgender, cisgender, transphobic black women are transgender women's biggest predator because they feel
Yeah,
it's basically they put the gas in the machine for the machine to go do the action, right?
I agree.
Um, and those people disagreed with me. Am I wrong? Because I wasn't saying that all people, like, I'm not, am I wrong? 'Cause I don't think I'm wrong at all. But
Can I go first?
I wasn't saying that all black women are transphobic. I was specifically speaking to black cisgender women that are transphobic
No, I get what
that
you're saying.
that do that, and they were just really making it seem like not that it's not a thing, it's a thing, but like they don't really it's really the man. I'm just like,
Desi, I think whenever you have that conversation with people, you really can have certain conversation with surface level people. And I think a lot of the times that's where we go wrong with is having very, very mature conversations that people don't want to accept the fact to. Like, I get exactly what you're saying. You said it the right way. I feel like a lot of times the black, like, transphobic women, they do add the gas, they add the fuel, they add the everything. Because we tell people come as they are, come who, like, live in their truth. But as soon as they live in their truth, we shun them down for it. We shoot them. We just, you're gay, you're all of this, you're fag. You like, that's not a woman, that's a man. You're always gonna be gay. So I feel like you hit it right on, you hit it right on the head. I get exactly what you're saying, and you're not wrong.
they
And I
just
feel
act like
like
they
a
couldn't
big
understand
thing,
it.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, I'm sorry. No, you go. I just want to say they would just act like they couldn't understand it, what I was saying.
But I
But
feel like a big thing about for it is like for a cisgender woman to see one of the girls out because I've seen a lot of the girls and we're very hyper feminine because a lot of us we were forced into binary like the male binary growing up. We
Hmm.
couldn't do certain things. So like when we are able to, fish out, we become one of the girls and we're very hyper feminine and they are intimidated by that. So it's like they have to find something to say, oh, like Ma said, like to other you. Like, oh, well, like, and it's like, especially once they see you getting your flowers, like people living for you, it's like, oh,
Hmm.
well, like, what
Okay,
can I say or what can I do to get the light off this bitch and
okay,
make her life a
I
living
got
hell
something
right
to
now?
add. I got something to add. So, for instance, okay, so I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
put
babe,
it
hold
this
on.
way.
Hold on, sister. Was you done landing your plane, my baby?
Yeah, I was
yeah,
done.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
this is a
Okay.
respectable live. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Okay, bitch, keep going. I'm sorry, boo.
Girl,
No,
it
you
ain't nothing but
good.
all. It's
You
nothing but all
good.
girls having a girl. It's nothing but all girls having a girl talk. Come on now, girl. We listen. We is very passionate about something, shit, because we all done experienced the same shit.
Yes.
No shade. Now go ahead, my baby. What you
I'm
was gonna say?
telling
Hey,
you.
sister.
Hey, J Boo. Shit.
Yes.
No shade. Now go ahead, my baby. What you
I'm
was gonna say?
telling
Hey,
you.
sister.
Hey, Boo.
Hey, Bookie. Hey, boo. I'm sorry, y'all. Shanti. I'm sorry, girl, Shantae.
It's
You,
okay.
girl. I'm sorry, y'all. Shanti. I'm sorry, girl, Shantae. I'm so sorry. I was listening to what you were saying too. I'm sorry. I had just got so excited. I was like, you know what? I could attest to that because y'all right. I'm so sorry. I was listening to what you were saying too. I'm sorry. I had just got so I could attest to that because y'all right.
Girl,
Y'all
gonna get
are
over this
right.
something.
Like,
Yep.
girl.
Yes, like a lot of it, like, and I've noticed that, like, with a lot of the girls, like, we are hyper feminine, we are pinked out, we have,
Like, girl.
yes, like a lot of it, like, and I've noticed that, like, when in we are pinked out, we have nails long and from here to Texas, like, but
No,
that
I don't. You know what I think it is? Okay, so I go to the nail salon, and y'all know.
nails long and, but
No,
that,
I don't. You know what I think it is? Okay, so y'all know the nail salon can get tricky because you know they like to play sometimes up in the nail salon, especially when you get your feet done. They but okay, they make little comments or things here. I'm like, okay, you trying to be funny?
I am gonna get even y'all.
You need long nails. You need long nails. You need boyfriend.
you need boyfriend, you got
No,
boyfriend?
but no for
Okay.
real, no for real because
Exactly.
they sometimes they feel. But when I go now, it's like no one trying to feel it. No one trying to be funny. There's no nuance in the conversation. They're not trying to feel it. But however, I went through a situation in a work environment where immediately they was in the conversation. They're not trying to feel it. Situation in a work environment where immediately they was in, but like it wasn't like oh like it's like it's not given that's the clock box. It was given oh we know she's trans because I've seen trans before and everything, but they're giving very much oh like I'm hating on her. That's how when your fish is fuck basically like I'm hating on her. That's how what I'm saying when your fish is fuck and you really give and you're in the conversation now they mad. Now
Exactly.
they
Yes,
I
mad.
can't wait,
yes,
you
because
That's what
that's
they're mad at.
I just
but
assigned
that's the
I
thing
just
though.
It's
assigned my
no
34/6.
shade.
I'm
I
getting
was
my
gonna.
cheeks done, y'all.
What happened, sister?
I'm getting my cheeks done, y'all. I just assigned my surgery.
What you
Period.
just got to okay, this is a freaking cash bye girl. You always do this.
She plays too
No,
fucking
You
Wait,
but I
wait,
much.
always
wait,
do
wait, wait.
this.
Cash, don't you come up here with that little messy shit you was doing the other night.
what was
This
Cause
I
what she
doing?
this what she does. She creates. She creates. She's
yes.
a creator. This is
Yeah,
what I'm
She
saying.
plays too much.
What
yes,
was I
she do.
doing? What did I
She's a
do?
You know what
creator.
you was doing the other night? You was sending Ann off and I had to end my shit because y'all girls was trolling too
No,
goddamn
Cause
much.
they
that
be
was just
getting you up
me.
here too. I
That
know.
was not me.
Look,
That
That was
was you,
you.
look,
Cash, but you was
yada,
That
saying
was
it in a
baby,
low
you.
voice, bitch. So I had to clock it at first.
yada. Don't listen to Cash. Do not
Don't
No,
listen to
okay,
entertain
her
but
Cash.
either.
no,
Do not
real shit,
entertain
y'all.
her
No,
because
real
she is
shit,
going
y'all.
to
I'm
be
getting my
messy.
face done. Don't play with me, bitch. I'm not fucking lying.
Do not
Don't play
entertain
with me.
her. She always do this. She does. She like to start. She finna start.
Jay, you haven't been around for like 8 months, baby. You don't know what
Cash,
I'm doing.
no,
No
you have
shade.
not changed.
No.
You have not changed. You still the
Me,
same ass bitch. You still messy as fuck.
I'm not.
Girl, bye. I'm not here. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Like, girl, that's all I'm
But you
saying.
know
Every time.
what? I don't like that. I don't like cash. So my thing is I don't like when people sit up there and gaslight a person like that and
We ain't
and,
even
and
gotta
sit
we
up
ain't even
there
gotta
and
censor
try
her.
to
We ain't even gonna censor her,
like
Monica. No shade. We not gonna censor her because we didn't sat on this motherfucker for hours, bitch, and we didn't key and carry. It'll be a good day for Cash to come in, but it's not today. Go ahead.
yeah, but cash is like drama. I ain't into that, but I like drama too. So she brings it and I pay attention.
Bitch, you can't do nothing but laugh. I swear to God.
I don't be taking her
I
seriously.
swear to God.
Girl, she just be on whatever she be on,
I
whatever
said
she
that's
be
my little
on.
sister and everything. It says who I love her, but she's just like the one of the annoyingest little sisters ever. Like, but I can never
She's so
take her serious. I can
annoying.
never be mad at her.
We and the fact we all privy to her. We already know how she be. We ain't even tripping. Whatever. I already know what's happening. But like I said, girl, we ain't even tripping. Whatever. I already know what that fish be messy as fuck, and they be mad because we calling them fish. But no, it is not a disrespect thing. It's just because it's concealed. It's because it's fish to call fish to that. Fish be messy as fuck, and they know it is not a disrespect thing. It's just because it's concealed. It's because it's fish to call fish to be that. You know what I'm saying? They
So we
don't
just
get
had
on
to
this.
I mean,
explain. We
I
just
see
had
why
to
I see why
explain
they
to
have a
the
version to that word.
You know what I'm saying? They
So we
don't
just
get
had
on
to
I
this.
mean, I
explain.
version to that word though, because like fish typically would describe like us
No,
something
fish
that
to
doesn't smell
me,
bad.
fish for
So
me, that means um like you're plenty of fish in the sea. Like, there's plenty of sharks. You know what I'm saying? Like men are the sharks and then women are fish. I see it like that.
right, so okay, so for me like fish, because like being involved in fish mean like okay, you giving realness down. It's casual.
Yeah,
Can't
realness. It's
can't
a
clock.
compliment.
It's a woman from the start. Like like it's just
Yeah,
can't
realness. It's
can't
a
clock.
compliment.
It's a woman from the
It's a compliment. They're taking it as they're taking it as negative connotation. They're trying to
right,
say
because
it's
the
negative.
connotation typically that black cisgender women
It's a compliment. They're taking it as they're taking it as negative
connotation typically that black cisgender women have with the word fish typically would like revolve like either in the sea or somebody making a comment about what's between their legs. So like
And yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get
I
what
see
she's
why they have a
saying. What are you
version to that
saying?
word that basically they have a fake vagina. So I see why they would have like an aversion or maybe not like that word if somebody's coming up to them if well maybe not
You
why they
trying to
wouldn't
say that they have a
understand it.
fake vagina? That doesn't.
So I see why they would have like an aversion to them if well maybe not
You
why they
trying to
wouldn't
say that they have a
understand it.
fake vagina? That doesn't even.
Stink. No,
I
no,
don't even.
stink. Stink.
I don't
Stink.
agree. Huh?
Stink
That
vagina. Like
that
it
is. Oh,
smells
that is
valley.
stinks.
Like it has a real vowel
No,
smell.
that's what I'm saying. I understand. Huh?
Stink
That
vagina. Like
that
it
is
smells.
Vowel
no,
smell.
that's what I'm saying. I understand that version of that because some people do say that, yeah, but no, we're not talking about your private part. So I can see why they have an
Miko.
aversion to it, but I'm not sitting there saying that you smell like fish. Like it's just supposed to say like, oh, like you're plenty of fish in the sea. That's how
Yes.
I
So with
yeah.
that girl, so with Miss Crash Out, what I was basically saying to her is that like if you understand what people are saying to you when they say that, because she was basically saying how some LGBT people came up to her or like she what she really was saying that she believed that trans and LGBTQ people were all misogynist, and I was explaining to her that people could be misogynist. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're LGBTQ, but everybody could be. And I was explaining to her that it doesn't necessarily mean that they're LGBTQ, but everybody could be misogynist. Like,
Uh-huh.
and I tried to give her from my personal experience that
Mm-hmm.
that how I'm not a misogynist, whatever. And she basically was making a comment saying how if young kids come up to her or people LGB come up to her saying, "Oh, she looks fish," it makes her feel away. But she understood what they were saying, and I just
Do you
understood.
think we need to apologize? Okay, how would y'all
No,
feel?
hell no. I don't
Hold
think we
on,
need
hold
to
on.
apologize.
Hold
I
on,
just
Desi. I'm trying to get to a point. I'm thinking of the bigger picture here. Okay, I'm understanding where you're coming from, but y'all, to answer your question, what needs to be done to bridge the gap, right? Okay, with that being said, have y'all ever thought just like, okay, maybe they feel let's say they got off on the wrong foot. We have to paint our picture pretty in a way where we're just like we ain't doing it because right now they're trying to control the narrative. So we need to
mhm.
would it be bad if we all just like said like you know what, let's start clean, let's start fresh, let's say okay, hey, we're not on no nothing. Everybody, like every new girl that you meet, every new cis woman that you meet, why don't we just like start off on a good foot? I'll try to start off on a good foot. And then when you show your ass, when they show their ass, then you have to be like, you know what, see, I tried on a good foot. I'll try to start off on a good foot. And then when you show your ass, you know what, see, I tried. I tried. Because you know that every single time, I know that every single time y'all try, you always get, okay, like if I meet somebody that's a cis woman, I already get this inkling. I was like, you already know when she gonna try to feel it on you. You immediately, you know when you first see her, if she gonna try to feel it on you or if she's in your tea. So some people will know. Well, some people, if they're in your tea, they gonna go about their business. They're not gonna do too much, even if y'all get into it. Some people will not try to feel it on you, but it's a jealous hoe that you will always know when you meet her. You go up on her. She gonna try to use your tea against you to weaponize because she's insecure. So as far as I'm concerned, The way that I be handling them is like I
But
let
you
them do
know,
whatever.
but you know what? Like I said, that people has pushed it so much to the point of where they make excuses for women. That's what I was saying. They need to stop.
Yeah,
I think what and make excuses for women. That's what I was saying. They need to stop. I mean, at the end of the day, they think they keep saying it's a generation after generation after generation. No, that's a choice that you make as a woman. That's not something that you have to do. That's something they choose to do. They don't
it's a
have to do
compliment
that.
if they see it as
Choice that you make as a woman. That's not something that you have to do. That's something they choose to do. They
competition. It's a compliment.
yeah, it was not competition because me personally, I'm not in competition with no woman. And a
Right.
lot of them will tell you that, well, you want what I got.
This is competition. It's a compliment.
Yeah, it wasn't in competition with no woman. And a
Right.
lot of them will tell you that, well,
This is fierce if
no,
I say this. I can't say
no,
this.
so you can't say that because I
Okay, are
don't
we
want
making
what you
sure we're
got.
all on the same page here? Because this is fierce if
No,
I say this. I can't say
no,
this.
so you can't say that.
On the same page here because I'm sorry, but like some people may say something. I'm not saying you, Monica. I promise you, I'm not coming for you. But I feel like when some people say that, oh, I'm not arguing. I'm not in no competition with no woman. Are you saying that as like, oh, like I'm the baddest? Are you saying that as you're the baddest, or are you saying like, oh,
Well,
like,
well, listen,
oh, I'm
listen.
not a woman, so I can't compete with you? Are you saying which way are you saying?
Listen, so you have to always know you that bitch, right?
Okay, a woman, so I can't compete with you. Are you saying which way are you saying?
Listen, so you that bitch, right?
Okay, okay.
So at the end of the day, if a woman feels threatened by you, then she's just threatened by you. But I'm not threatened by a woman.
Gotcha. Okay, so
I never be.
you're
I
not
never
saying,
be
oh, I'm not a woman.
And
So
then on
you
another spectrum too, and with like really
by a woman.
gotcha. Okay, so you're
I
not
never
saying
be.
that. You're
I
not
never
saying,
be like
oh,
that.
I'm not.
spectrum too, and with like really like will really spectrum too, and with like really like what really grinds my gears so much is the fact that the police and trans women on vocabularies and the behavior is what really
Right.
is to me. The thing is that the problem roots to itself. The same treatment that men like the problem roots to its treatment that men give cisgender women is the same treatment that they're trying to project onto trans women because they know that trans women make up 0.5 less of the population, even though as a whole, as a trans community, we're less than 1% though. So the thing is that they know who they're going to target. They know who they're going to come for. So the thing is that like for them, it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna play a misogynistic game because it is all rooted apart in misogyny because trans women can experience misogyny. But the thing is that to them, it's like, oh well, you can't say this. Thing is that to them, you can't say this. This is what that's your lingo. Well, it's my lingo now, but I'm gonna switch the definition so it
Mm-hmm.
don't come from you
That's what I'm
because
saying.
it's like
They
from
think they
how you
saying
say
clock
it, you're
that
gonna
T.
say it wrong though.
They think that they came up with clock that T and stuff like that, like all that
That and
clock
the
it.
thing is that like how the way that men has always jailed trans women and how women has and how cisgender women has policed trans women to the point that they want trans women to feel guilty or or feel ashamed on the things that they say, do, act, behave, and how they perceive themselves in society. So it's like you can't be a popularized trans woman because if you're too popular, oh well, I'm gonna find a way to try to shun your life. I'm gonna find your low self esteem or your insecurities, and I'm gonna poke at you. I'm gonna keep poking at you and stuff. I'm gonna make sure that you feel the same way that I feel, and that's self projection. On top of that, you're doing a lot of internalized misogyny because you think that because you're a woman, it's all about pain and suffering. Don't no woman want to have pain and suffering though, and that's majority of what some of these cis women are doing
I
because
hate when
they
they
feel the
say,
need to
"Oh,
gain the
I
power
can't.
and the
You can't get no
proximity.
period. You can't get no period. So you're not. You know, like, girl, I'm good. Do you think I'm jealous of that? You think I want that?
Okay,
But
I'm
you
just
know
keeping it
what?
a buck
It
50.
also
I'm
gives
being honest. I'm not proud. I would not be proud to have to go through that. Like I know that's not like
No,
But
they
you,
like
always tell you it's
but
not the dragon like
also
they think it is.
exactly. But you know what I notice about black women? Black women don't understand that men treat them like they treat trans women. They
Exactly.
unalive
uh-huh. Like
they
it up.
unalive black women how they unalive trans women. So it's like, what's the point of sitting up here? And I had this happen to me once before. I cannot stand what most cis girls say. I know my man don't fuck around like that. I know he don't do that.
Oh, he ain't
And
gay. Oh,
then
he ain't like
when
that.
you bust that bubble, because I had already ate that up. I had been ate that
Maybe
up
he be
years
busting
ago.
them cheeks. Oh,
Then
he ain't like
when
that.
you bust that already ate that up, I had been and that's what I'm saying. Like you don't you'd be surprised if I was to open my mouth and tell you that I had your husband. I mean, you would be
Got your
shocked because you wouldn't
man.
know
See,
what to
I ain't getting with
do.
that. I
And
ain't
that's the
getting with the
thing. Like
husband
they
stuff because
quick
they
they
already think.
because you wouldn't
Man.
know
See,
what to
I ain't getting with
do.
that. I
And
ain't
that's the
getting with the
thing.
husband.
Like
We're witches. They already think we're Jezebels. Okay, so I'm not getting with the husbands. What I am gonna say is I feel like as a trans woman, we should be able to just exist.
That is not a flex at all.
That's not a flex. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like as trans women, we need to just be able to exist at this point because I feel like what they be trying to do, like I feel like be able to exist at this point because I feel like what they be trying to do, they try to put a narrative onto us because they feel like they control the narrative. We need to take the narrative back because at the end of the day, they know that men just like I feel like what they be trying to do, they feel like they control the narrative. We need to take the narrative back because at the end of the play around, they like to flip flop back and forth. Not everybody like everybody who gives a fuck anymore. If we're
But
trans,
also, Jay,
Not
nobody
seriously.
cares about if you're trans or not. They just like you. If you're hot, you're hot.
yeah, but Jay, like to piggyback off what you said, like it's I feel like it's a two-way street because like it's up to the trans woman too to be like, I deserve more than to be with a man that can only love me
We need to rest in that because
that can only love me.
a lot of us didn't get mothers to tell us that
No.
we are beautiful and stuff like that, and
Yes,
we have
like
to stand
you
on
a man
that.
can come to you
A
and
lot of us didn't get mothers to tell us that
No.
we are beautiful. We have
like
to stand on
a man
that.
can come to you and tell you that you look good and now you ready to bust it open.
You
Like,
head over
girl,
heels.
Right,
no.
right.
But
Like and
honestly,
I
but then it also goes to
Okay,
a
wait
lot
a
of
minute,
trans
clock
women.
me.
tell you that you look good and now you ready
Right,
no.
right.
But
Like and
honestly,
I
but then it also
but no, like it's
Girl, because when they be finding, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to fold with some of them is to an extent. I'm sorry. It's so with some of these men out here be fine.
and that's okay. But that's the
I'm
thing though, Jay,
sorry.
that's fine. But
They coming out with some new additions, y'all. I don't see some new versions. Like these some men out here I have never seen before. Like I've seen some fine ass men. I don't know if I'm just horny or something out here I have never seen before. Like I've seen some fine ass men. I don't know if I'm just, but like these men be fine.
but
I
no,
Like
really
Right.
don't
like
think there's
I
nothing
but
wrong with that. It's just when certain women, trans women, make that a thing specifically, that
yes,
stereotype. That's what
yes.
they go for.
okay.
Right.
Because then it becomes, oh, these are DL men. Well, what are you?
Yes,
well, that's
and
the thing too, though. Sometimes you can't help.
Because then it becomes, oh,
yes,
Well, that's
and
the thing, and I do the same thing. There is some fine ass men out here, and sometimes when you're in a relationship, it's like you just want all the men in the world. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I still flirt with guys
I
that
just like people should understand where that word comes from and understand how they use it. Because DL, say
Mhm.
example, DL could be associated with a down low gay man, or DL could be associated with we just like don't want people to know. Cisgender people have down low relationships all the time, and so when people like say example a transgender woman say, "Oh yeah, I'm dealing with this DL man," people are gonna put it on. We just like don't want people to know. Cisgender people have down low relationships. Example, a transgender woman say, "Oh yeah, I'm dealing with this DL man." People are gonna put it on a
Uh-huh.
context. Oh, that's a DL undercover man, opposed to this is just a DL situation that like I just don't necessarily want people to know about because I don't even know where it's going. We're just having sex or smacks or whatever. Context matters, and so that's why I feel like it's okay to maybe like have some interactions, when it's a thing and like that's your type and it's like, oh,
Yes,
I go for DL. It's like, what are you saying?
like it's
What
okay to have fun. I'm never the type to have your fun, girl. Do you? Like we're a lot of us we're still
Right.
young. So I get that. Go have your fun. But at the same time, when that's your whole like I only fuck with DL, like I only fuck with Trey, I only fuck with DL. Like and I'm like, baby girl, like who? Like, do you need a hug? Like
and
and
no
then it's
shade.
like and it's like
Sorry.
they come over here and
There are
fuck with
girls that
people
still
like
be on
me
that.
like it's girls out here that literally accept the bare minimum. A man could literally bring you a little tree and a bottle and you going. Like and then when they come over here and meet a woman like me that's actually dealt with men and a bottle and here and meet a woman like me that's actually dealt with men and have been on dates and seen the world, it's like it's like I'm asking them to do something that's just this big extraordinary thing when I'm literally asking you to do the bare minimum. You can't go to the store and buy me a $12 bouquet of flowers.
And the reason why I say understand what you're saying is because like when you say like DL man or like I mess with DL.
A $12 bouquet of flowers.
And the reason why I say like DL man or like I mess with DL men when the way that translates to a position, a person who that doesn't necessarily understand like DL man or like I mess with DL men when the person who that doesn't all the language or even understand like you really or us. Let me not say you, trans women.
Mm-hmm.
When you say DL man, they're gonna
Y'all, I
associate
gotta go.
understand like you really trans women.
Mm-hmm.
When you say DL man, they're gonna
Y'all, I
associate
gotta go. It
the
was
other
nice
side.
talking to y'all. I
Oh,
was,
that's fine. The
yeah,
other
What you
I'm
side,
sorry.
say?
the
Bye,
other
y'all.
side is
And hey, yada,
side.
talking to y'all.
Oh,
I was,
that's the
bye,
other
y'all.
side is
And hey, yada, baby. Hey, yada, baby.
the
I missed you, girl.
the the
Bye,
other
y'all.
side is
And hey, yada, baby. Hey, yada, baby.
the
I missed you, girl.
the other side of that is that
Wait, she don't
how
even
they
see.
perceive you to be
She wasn't
a
even
man
there.
and not a woman, not even a trans woman, because you're literally saying how they perceive you to be not even a trans woman, because you're literally saying that you mess with DL men, and the DL man is gonna mess with another man. And so that's how that translates to them. So that's why I say context and
Desi,
language
you
really
heard
matter.
My bad, baby girl. I was in the bathroom, girl. I'm right here. Hey, sister.
So that's how that translates to them. So that's why I say
Girl, I was in the bathroom, girl. I'm right here. Hey, sister.
I'm crying. I'm sorry, y'all. That was funny as fuck because I was definitely talking to you at Yada. I was definitely saying bye, girl, and you didn't even respond. I was out to cry.
Girl.
Respond. I was out to cry.
Girl.
We just have a lot of work to do as the community.
I try to do my part with no shade, like
Do
inform these
y'all
girls,
think
like,
I'm like
listen, you're
slow or
women,
something? Do you think
believe
I'm
it,
slow?
know it.
You think I'm slow, Shantae? You think I'm slow down?
No, no, never, never.
Girl, I was like, damn, you could at least be like, hey, girl, I missed you, sis. Like, we go down.
No, no, never, never.
Girl, I was, hey, girl, I missed you, sis. Like, we, damn. Like, girl, like, you see how she played with me? She played with me real bad. She carried.
And she carried bad. Like
She carried back, girl.
she really did a
That's okay,
5, 6,
y'all.
7, 8 set.
That's okay, girl. That's okay, Salute, because I remember that, girl. I remember that.
Wait,
I
no.
remember that. I remember how you did me. Because girl, I gave you an announcement. I said bye, Yada. I had enough time to say bye to you. I could have just left.
I am so sorry, girl. Listen,
I,
I was upstairs, had to run down. I heard y'all, but I didn't hear y'all. And I'm like, wow, bitch. I'm like, Yada, I gotta run downstairs.
yes, girl. I don't know why you playing with me today,
I'm
girl.
sorry.
It's
Y'all,
okay,
I
but
feel like we had a really sickening discussion today. Like, we really set up on here and we broke a lot of shit down, no shade. And these be the conversations that I really, really adore. Like, I don't like all the messy shit. We had many different types of motherfuckers that was really giving their input. And that's what I love about this shit. I'm finna watch this video, y'all. I'm probably gonna go back live, probably like 1 a.m. If y'all still up, baby, y'all know y'all can definitely come and join, baby, because everything that y'all have to add to a conversation, 1 a.m. If y'all still up, baby, y'all know y'all can definitely that y'all have to add to a conversation is wholesome and beautiful. And I just appreciate
Oh
y'all.
yes.
I have a question
What's up, babe?
about, are you able to save these lives, like, if you want to, like, rewatch it for yourself?
Um,
You should
Because
be able to, my like when you get
because
off the
if
phone.
not, you
Like,
should definitely record it and, like, because, say, example, conversation like these are important. You could, like, make a YouTube channel and, like, or you can make your videos from it,
what?
like, on, yeah, girl,
Now
make your
I do
money.
know that when they end, they always show like the highlights.
like you can access the whole live, ma.
Really?
You can save the whole live to your phone.
Girl, make
Ooh.
your things. Don't limit yourself.
You know I'm
Like
not.
once you go to your little account thing, like it'll
Mm-hmm.
be like past lives or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, and it'll literally show every live like in full context, and you'll literally let you
Mm.
save it and download it to your phone. So
You
you
ate
need to get
that.
in. Yeah.
Thank you, daughter. Thank you, daughter.
Ate that up.
All right, y'all. Y'all be good, okay? Daughter,
All right,
Thank
text
ma.
me.
you.
Text me.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, girl.